Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends May 31st, 2026.
What's up, my friends? This is Francisco Lindor.
This is Devin Williams.
This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Don.
I had never seen holes like that before.
Hahn.
I'm not comfortable touching it. No.
And Rosenberg.
I'm not breastfeeding.
No,
but I
that's
have...
too bad.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
3:02 in the big city. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on a Monday, start of a new week.
Start of a new era, Don.
The major topic of conversation will be about a team that won't have any games for a while, right?
Sad.
They may not have a game all week. But they're going to be a major topic of conversation. The Knicks, for the second consecutive year, have that rattle around in your brain a little bit amongst all the bong resin that our listeners usually have.
Well, we are
on
the
a
show.
Monday.
We are the show of high.
Is the Knicks the Final Four 2 straight years? Last year we talked about, oh my God, rarefied air. We hadn't been here since 1999. Well, guess what? Now they're making it routine. The Knicks in the conference final and sitting there waiting for the Pistons and the Cavs, hopefully, to just beat each other with clubs for 7 games.
That's tonight. That's that game tonight now. I mean, you're...
Cavs, go Cavs, right? For no other reason, just to force a game 6,
just to keep
right?
just to keep it going.
Although I think everybody wants the Cavs, right? If you got a choice.
It all depends.
I know it's all bring on the best.
Yeah.
And,
no,
I think
I'm good.
I think the Cavs are the team you want.
But the Cavs aren't, the Cavs are a good team. I mean, I don't think no one's an easy way. And also, I mean, I don't know. It depends what we're going to say, because Detroit had the Knicks number all year long. But now we're saying this is a whole different team, so it doesn't even matter.
You know that whole iron sharpens iron thing I said about the first round? That's out.
That's out.
Give me the easiest. Give me the path of least.
I just don't know if we know.
I mean, now you want to go back to the final for the first time since 1999.
I think whoever wins this series is the better team. That's probably
fair. Absolutely fair.
It is fair because,
of course.
Because we look at Cleveland as, show me. Well, wouldn't they show you beating the Pistons and going to the conference final that maybe this is a different Cavs name? Hey, if it's a different Knick team.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Would you rather play a Pistons team that sees red when they see you and is out for revenge and is very physical, or would you rather see James Harden in the playoffs?
Hey, you know what? At this point, Alan,
knowing his history,
if I'm a Knick fan, I'm rooting for the team that's got the cheapest seats for me to go see games on the road.
I mean,
then there's that part. Well, it ain't gonna be what Philly was this weekend.
That was a perfect storm, wasn't it? A Friday, Sunday, and just we got the calls on Friday. And I'd love to hear from those of you that went down, whether it was Friday or Sunday.
You got a story. Want to hear it.
We definitely want to hear from you, because clearly a lot of you went down there, took over the building, and really made it just miserable for the Sixers. And it was just something special we've never seen. So please be part of that conversation today. We'd love to hear all the stories of you going down to Philly and just taking over that building. But what we've seen, though, this is 7 consecutive games that they've won, which – when you say, I've never seen this, we literally have never seen this before from a Knicks team in the playoffs. They have never done this. 7 straight wins in the postseason. They won. They clinched a series scoring 140 points in the first round. Then they clinched a series scoring 144 points in the second round. Those are both the highest scoring games in Knick playoff history. This offense has been historic, literally. Their numbers offensively in the playoffs are on par with the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's it. No one else in the playoffs is doing what these two teams are doing offensively. And add to it the fact that the Knick defense has been a big part of the story, getting almost 20 points a game off turnovers, making you pay for every time you turn the ball over. And it's all based off of something that happened being down 2-1 in the first round. And whatever that story is, and I'm hoping one day to be able to tell it in a great book about a championship season, but whatever happened in between games 3 and 4, it's a completely different looking team. Brian Windhorst said this morning on Get Up that he talked to some of the coaches in Atlanta after that series, and those guys said that team we saw in the first 3 games was not the same team we saw in the last 3 games or 4 games. That's not the same team. And so that something changed. Mike Brown said, we stumbled upon something with this offense, which he's doing a little Columbo there, if you ask me, which is
meaning
fine.
what? What do you mean?
Like, don't give me credit like for coming up with some mastermind thing here. We just sort of tried something, and it's really worked to perfection. I think he's doing a little Columbo there, but that's fine. But they even, as a team, while all the Knicks fans were celebrating in Philadelphia, of course, the players kind of like walked off the court. And in the locker room, there was this sense of like accomplishment, but sort of like, okay, well, we're back where we started last year. Because that's really what it is. Don, you said this, and it's the best thing to say when you want to give perspective right now. The Knicks are halfway there.
Yeah.
This is not what you think. They're not on the verge of anything. All they did was get back to where they left off last year. Jalen Brunson said at the start of the season, you can't just fast forward to the conference finals. You got to go through a whole season. You've got to get to that point. You got to work your way back. Well, they're back now. And now the question is, are they ready to take that next step and get to the finals?
And that's what we're going to find out. And that's what we're going to analyze all week long. Celebrate this, Knicks fans. It's rarefied air. And sometimes what it looks like is important.
Yes.
Oh, in this case,
win's a win and all that. But a 7-game winning streak in the postseason, the most in franchise history. When they win games, the combined 196 point differential in the victories, the point differential in the negative in the 2 losses, 2. So there's history being made here. Now it's on. I don't mean to disrespect the opponent. I don't mean to disrespect the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, but it is what it is. If you're a contender, this is what contenders do. And now you get to the 3rd round, and now it's on. That's it. Whoever it is, whether it's Cleveland, whether it's Detroit, because whoever you play also went through 2 rounds of playoffs. And now they're ready, and they're sharpened, and they're going to be ready for what is going to be, a true battle. So, hey, would it be nice to just see this continue to roll and never lose again and sweep the conference finals, sweep the championship, win your first ring since 1973? Of course, it'd be terrific.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's possible based on what we've seen. But we also know history, not just of the Knicks, but in sports. I go back to the 94 Rangers. They were a machine, won the President's Trophy. It took a grand total of 9 games in the first 2 rounds. Swept the Islanders, beat the Capitals in 5. All of a sudden, you're down, losing game 1 in overtime to the Devils. You got to win in double overtime in game 7 and then play 7 against Vancouver. Why? Because now you've got teams that also have won rounds, that also fancy themselves as championship caliber teams. So this is all going to make you better at the end of the day, but it's going to be on. And now we're going to be truly see the test. In recent vintage, we've seen teams go this far. We saw the Jets go to back-to-back championship games. 2 or 3 years, the Rangers go into the conference final. The Mets were in the league championship series 2 years ago. And look what happened. Right? So I think this team is better and equipped, but we're going to find out. Whether it's Cleveland or Detroit, we're going to find out.
You always talk about how teams have to go through the pain, and you have to build up your calluses, and you've got to be able to go. You have a group that goes on a couple of years, and you go through the pains of the losing in the second round, and then getting to the conference final, losing there and feeling the pain of that, and learning from it and coming back, and the front office giving that team an opportunity, a chance to stay together and keep trying, keep pushing through. They didn't make the Giannis trade in August. It didn't happen. They wanted to give this team a chance with a new head coach. And then even this season, the trials and tribulations of the year of winning the NBA Cup, going through an 11-game skid, trying to find themselves with Karl Anthony Towns not really feeling part of the offense, a defense that fell off and then suddenly moved back up into the top 5. It's just constant tailoring of this team to a point now where you want to see blitzing through the first 2 rounds the way they did. And I say it because even the 2 losses were by, you said it, 1 point each. And those losses, you had to figure something out there quickly. But since then, they are blitzing through teams. They've had a couple of close games, have been able to close out those games. That's important too. But all of that builds up the confidence in a team that now when you do face the more formidable teams, the later you get, the deeper you get into the playoffs, the more you're, I think, mentally ready for it. The more you have that confidence that comes from demonstrated performance. And like we've been here before is still something in the back of their minds. Whoever they play in the next round hasn't been there before, right?
Right.
So I do think
not recently, anyway.
There is something about what you're seeing from the core of this team as the evolution of it from that first year losing to Miami in the second round when they gave away the first game, losing in the conference finals last year when they gave away the first game, and learning from it the urgency, what Mikal Bridges called desperation, right? When asked after winning Friday night to go up 3-0, is that what your mindset is going into Game 4? And he said 0-0. Still play desperate. And I think that's kind of what I've seen from this team each game. Even when there was a push early in Game 3 on Friday night, they kind of sustained it down 20-8. And then little by little chipped away, made it a game, and by the second half, fourth quarter, they were overwhelming the Sixers to take that win. And then to start Game 4, don't even give them life. Take them out right from the start. The knockout punch was thrown 5 minutes into the game.
No, it's crazy.
There's something about the mentality of this team as a veteran group that's been through some wars that kind of suggests that if there's ever a time to believe in the New York Knicks, the year is now to believe in them.
My one thing I'd say you and I disagree with maybe slightly on it is I'm not while there's a lot of potential upside to OG having time, Don, I don't know. If they were to find out, let's say today, that OG's fine, he's ready to go. Because yesterday was precautionary, you know? Is that what
he's day to day? That's what they said.
Okay, so we don't know that he was.
I wasn't shocked he wasn't.
Me neither.
Once they went up 3-0, it was like I don't know if they need to because it's a quick turnaround game and all that.
So let's pretend he's ready to go right now. Mm-hmm. And yesterday was kind of precautionary, and they feel good. I know. I just don't know that I'm rooting for this next series to go as long as possible. Although there's not really a huge difference.
Tonight we'll decide it. Because if Cleveland wins again and now it's 2-2, we're going.
I think we're going.
We're
7,
going to Friday.
Definitely 6.
At least Friday, which means Game 1. I don't think would be Sunday. I don't think they'd make that quick of a turnaround. You'd have to wait till Tuesday, the 19th.
So if it ends
for Game 1,
if they went 4-1 Detroit,
if they're done Wednesday, like if they win tonight and then win at home Wednesday, we'll probably play on Sunday.
You think Sunday?
Yeah.
All of this is to say, a team who's doing something this special 7 games in a row, I understand you can make an argument that time off will have benefits. I would argue against that. I think you want to keep playing. No matter what the sport is, you name the sport, with the exception of professional football, basically, where they don't play in any sort of with any sort of rhythm. I guys think you want to just keep playing. So I don't know that I love a week off for this team, except for OG. That's the only benefit, and that's a big one.
And Hart and Towns.
And Mitch always could always use a little time.
They all have something.
But 4 days would be great for that. Yeah. I don't need 7.
Well, it's true. You're still looking at
7's best case, no?
Yeah.
Best case is 7 days off.
Sunday to Sunday. Yes.
Yeah, you're looking at right now. It's gonna be a week.
Now let me give you a story. Mike Brown coach team.
All right, but just real quick. It depends on how you feel about this team. If you think this is just riding a magic carpet, you want to get back to playing. But if they're that good, it shouldn't matter, right?
Can it always be a blend of both?
I'm going to give you both. That's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to give you both. 2009, Mike Brown coached the Cavs. Cavs were a 66-win team. Wally Zerback was on the team. He was telling this story. They mowed through the first 2 rounds. Smoked 2. I forget the 2 teams, but just irrelevant. Mowed through them. They had 10 days off to the conference finals. They ended up playing the Orlando Magic, who upset Boston in the second round. And so they thought they'd be playing Boston. They ended up playing Orlando. Now, the Lakers were going through the West, and the whole league was like, LeBron versus Kobe. We're going to get that finals. Going to be great. And Wally said that they spent that whole week scrimmaging because it's just sitting around like, what are we doing? Like you had to keep it going. They lost the first game to Orlando, who came in hot. They had won game 2 because LeBron hit a buzzer beater. But the series already was messed up. They lost the series. And so it became Dwight Howard and the Magic versus Kobe and the Lakers, not the LeBron versus Kobe final you expected. And the feeling was that stretch messed up the Cavs, who were clearly the best team in the league and had the best player. That's one. Now, the other side of it is Mike Brown telling the story about stumbling upon this offense. And something that he said that caught my attention was, he's like, there's a lot of options to this that we just don't have time to get to. If we have a training camp, he's like, next year, there's so much more we can add to this offense when we have a training camp. And I'm thinking, if I'm Mike Brown and I got 7 days, and for at least 3 days, I don't know who I'm playing, maybe I put in some more stuff in this offense. Maybe I have my guys on the floor staying locked in on, hey, let's add these things and see how this looks and put this into our muscle memory, because guess who hasn't seen that on film? Whoever we're going to play in the next round. And so how do you use these 7 days is going to be the most important thing. And what did Mike Brown learn from 2009 that he can use right now?
Yeah, the rest versus rust is a age-old question that gets
tale as old as time.
It's real,
it really is. And we could sit here and give examples on either side where it's helped, where it's hurt. I'm kind of leaning towards Peter, where I know these players are just going to be chomping at the bit to play. At some point, it becomes too long, and a week is too long because you never get that kind of time off, ever, right? I mean, what's the longest break you get? Even the All-Star break, even during
the All-Star break is about 10 days.
Is it that long?
It's
no, it's a week. They'll play the last games Thursday.
Maybe it's 8 days, but they come back
Friday. So last game's Thursday. They come back the following Friday.
Not everybody finishes Thursday, but yeah,
right.
It's whatever it is, whatever your last game is. Usually you get at least 7, if not 8 days in between.
But you've been playing pretty much every other day since then,
right?
And it's rough. The other question, we'll get to your calls at 1-800-919-3776, because you were talking about them finding it. Did they find it, or did they know where it was all along, just decided to break it out now?
You know, it's funny. Everybody's asking. Darren Orlovsky actually asked me that. He's like, were they just holding on to this? And Monica said, I think she might have talked to Mike Brown about it, and Monica said that he's like, you give me too much credit. And I say, if they had this all along, why'd they wait till Game 4 in the first round to try it? We've seen a lot of Towns and Brunson action late in the regular season, and we're like, hey, it's about time they started doing this, and it looked good. But this is different with him as a playmaker with the ball, a passer, which is what he loves to do. Did you see the one play yesterday when he had the ball and he's looking for passes and he didn't realize there was nobody guarding him?
Right.
And then he just stopped and goes, oh, wait. And he just shot a jumper. You know, there's nobody on him. He didn't realize it because he was too locked in on who can I get the ball to. And it's as somebody had to say, hey, Cat, you're the guy that's open. You're looking for the open man. You're the open man. So there's something different about what they're running and how they're using Brunson and the wings that has created a nightmare for opposing defenses to figure out. And then it makes it worse because Embiid can't move. And so he's sitting in drop coverage, and that's where Brunson just feasted on him because they just knew the bigs were not going to get out and defend.
It is so interesting how much of it just came together, or was it some gamesmanship? I don't know, but something comes together for a team, and it's certainly come together for them, and it's been something to behold. It really has, to just see this kind of dominance after we were having legitimate conversations. And don't beat us up. Everybody was about, should Mike Brown, be let go? What's going to happen? Are we going to go after Giannis? When they were down 2-1, I'll remember that Friday.
Oh, yeah.
It'll stick with me forever if they end up winning a championship. That Friday, after they lost that Game 3, they're down 2-1. This isn't a championship team.
Right.
What's about the same old Knicks playing with their food, messing things up, and now they're in a dogfight against Atlanta. And even if they survive, good luck doing that the rest of the way. And they haven't lost a game since. Have not lost a game since.
And I don't know if I said this Friday, but I know I said it somewhere, that I looked just out of curiosity. Oklahoma City last year, they were down 2-1 in the second round, and they lost by 40 in a game in the playoffs last year. So there's times that the championship team doesn't look like a championship team, but yet you can find it and go on to win a championship. And so the idea that you can't do this and win a title is out the window. They found it at the right time, figured it out at the right time, and their level, their energy, and it's just taking their game to another level and staying there. That's something that we've seen for 7 straight games, and it's very impressive. They're going to lose. You know they're going to lose. It's coming. It's not like they're going to run the table and win the title. But they have now already built in this sort of sense within the room of we can do this.
That's the thing that's different about this team. I would almost guarantee at some point, crisis is too strong, but at some point we'll be like, oh, I didn't see that coming. There's going to be adversity. There just has to be.
Of course.
And
how do they answer?
And now you've got examples that they can answer. You know, they couldn't do it after that terrible loss in Game 1 against Indiana last year. You know, they did bounce back in segments, but obviously affected them the rest of the series as far as winning it is concerned.
Yeah.
You know, now you got an example. Those 2 back-to-back losses against Atlanta, and they haven't lost since. Like you said, they're going to lose. There's going to be moments of doubt. There's going to be moments of what's going on here because it's hard to win a championship. And it's even harder when a team is trying to end a streak. When you slay a dragon, the dragon does not go down easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The dragon does get a couple of swipes in. Just does. You look at the history of all the teams that, you know, when the Cubs finally won their first World Series since 1908, it's a 7-game series against the Indians, right? When the Rangers ended their 54-game streak, it's 7 in double overtime. It's one last face-off in Game 7 against the Canucks.
Red Sox.
In the defensive zone.
When they had to finally come back from 3-0.
Hey, they swept the Cardinals in the World Series, but down 3-0.
But by the time they got to that World Series, they were on nobody was touching them. But it still took coming back from 3-0 and winning a Game 7 the way they won it. I hate to say it, but there's a little bit of that happening right now.
There's only one team I can think of that it didn't. I'll tell you that. Mm-hmm. Your calls at 1-800-919-3776. Got so much going on a big Nick Monday. We'll get into the Yankees and the Mets as well before we get out of Dodge at 7 o'clock on ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the 2nd consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner 3. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry-O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
D'Agostino, law, bite back. Did you know that Social Security disability takes a bite out of every one of your paychecks? So when they deny your claim, bite back. I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I'm proud to announce our first ever Social Security disability webinar. It's happening on June 3rd at 1 o'clock. In just 1 hour, you'll learn your rights, understand the appeals process, and find out how our experienced SSD attorneys can help you get the benefits you've earned. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Register now by calling 1-800-BITE-BACK, 1-800-248-3222, or go online to daglawteam.com/SSD webinar. That's daglawteam.com/SSD webinar. D'Agostino Law is here to bite back, to fight back, to get you the SSD benefits you've earned. Register today at 1-800-248-3222.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joinDOC or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Registration ends in 2 weeks. Take the test.
I'm a dog, and my job is to make you happy. So I recommend Optimum Fiber for your home. It's famously fast, way better than flaky 5G home internet, which can slow down the more people or dogs are online. So switch to Optimum Fiber, starting at only $25 a month with a 5-year price lock. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. That's 888-4-OPTIMUM. Gus, fetch. I gotta take that. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver. And we are all getting ready for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York. And, I can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Tell us why fans should be excited for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix.
The racing is just so exhilarating coming in and watching it from the shoreline of Governor's Island and in front of the Statue of Liberty, racing in one of the biggest, most amazing cities in the world. I'm getting the goosebumps just talking about it. And these boats are the fastest boats in the world, racing with the best sailors in the world. It's really cool, and it's going to be so electric in New York. And it's our home event this year, so we're pumped.
We are pumped as well, Taylor. We appreciate your time. He is U.S. Sail GP team driver Taylor Canfield. We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon. Not so great on the LIE eastbound in Queens. Looks like some late-running road work in the right lane by the Clearview. You're jammed there from the Grand Central. Then you're looking pretty good on the eastbound side. No big issues heading through Nassau County. Bunched up on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, heading over to the West Shore. Beyond that, no issues at the Goethals Bridge heading into Jersey. Worst ride to the outbound, George. Definitely the Cross Bronx westbound. You're packed there from the Bruckner on through. Inbound, George, some road work on both the upper and lower decks, about 15 to 20 minutes using 80-95. Outbound Lincoln Irene, about 5 to 10. Outbound Holland, 10 to 15. This report is sponsored by the Danny Didd Foundation. The Danny Didd Foundation closes gaps in epilepsy care. In memory of Danny Stanton, a child lost to epilepsy, visit DannyDidd.org for safety resources. Enjoy your life, Danny Didd. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Bakery owners, you will be loved today. Every pastry will be flaky. Your cake will make a child's day. Your delivery van won't get sideswiped by a distracted garbage truck driver. But if so, breathe easy, knowing you'll get back to business quickly with Progressive protecting your commercial auto. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
Now, where is the end of that road?
No, it's double meaning, though, when you think about it.
What is it?
Well, because Boys to Men is Philly.
Motown Philly.
And it's end of the road.
Yeah, for both teams. The Flyers got swept. Sixers get swept. But here's the difference. The Flyers got a standing ovation when they left the ice. The Sixers, they heard cheers when they left the court, but it wasn't from their fans. It was from Knicks fans cheering the Knicks walking off the court.
That just shows you. Because there's been a lot. And look, we know Philly sports fans do not need us to stand up for them. But I will say, that was not about how Philly isn't a great sports town. That was about how Philly is a sports town that when they look at something and say, that ain't it, I'm not going.
Well,
like, you're not getting my support. You don't deserve it. The Flyers deserved it because they came out of nowhere. There's no stars on that team, but they played their ass off. Sure, okay, they got pumped in a sweep in the second round, whatever. But the fact is at least they gave you something, and you could appreciate what's coming next.
Yeah.
The process, dead.
Well, that's what I loved about it.
Anybody in Philly knows that. So that's why they were beg me to buy your tickets. Stop it. I'm selling them. I'm making some money. And you're going to have to hear it because your franchise needs renovation.
This to me was a punch to the gut of the tanking crowd. They were the poster boys of the process. Trust the process. They trusted the process.
It's dead.
They did. And all they get out of it is a broken down superstar and can't get out of the second round. That's all they got. It didn't work, and now they're ticked off about it because they bought into it. They bought into the tanking,
they celebrated
and this is what they got.
Yeah.
All right? So that's, to me, what makes this so grand, because you know how I feel about tanking. They try to take the easy way to a championship, and now they're no closer to it, and now they're an embarrassment to their own fan base. So you're right. It's the perfect storm. It was the weekend. Knicks fans, they're passionate about their team. They love the place their team's at. And even after beating the Celtics, which you thought might have gotten them going, it didn't. Those first 2 games at the Garden, especially Game 1, getting crushed, and then not being able to win the game they should have in Game 2, kind of solidified this team's going nowhere. And you know what? I'm going to make some money off of it rather than waste my money and go see my team get killed for 2 games. And that's exactly what you saw in Games 3 and 4. Quickly before the calls, the only local team I can think of, and if you think of anybody else, let me know, that slayed a dragon easily were the 86 Giants. The Giants hadn't won a championship in 30 years, went 14-2, and they destroyed the 49ers, and they shut out the Redskins 17-0, and blew out the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Like, that's the only – now, the Giants were down at the half of the Super Bowl, so I was a little nervous, although I still thought the Giants were going to win the game. But I really, outside of losing the first game to Dallas in the regular season, there was no doubt. Like, they just steamrolled their opponents.
But remember
the
where
rest
they
of the
came
way.
from the year before.
Right, they lost to the Bears in the divisional round.
So it was sort of like they were next up.
But they were still slaying 30 years, 56 to 86.
I get it.
And they grew. Normally, when you slay a dragon, you're going to have some heartache. So far, the only Knicks heartache was down 2-1 in the first round against Atlanta. And the way they answered that was 7 consecutive wins, and 6 of them in blowout fashion, and some historic blowouts. Like, yesterday was just wow.
They were up by 44 points.
Insane. In a closeout.
I mean, again, you go 9 for 10 or what was it, 8 for 11, whatever it was in the first quarter. I stopped counting. When you start doing stuff like that to start a game, like that is a knockout
You
punch.
see the shot, you're like, oh, that's in.
Yeah.
Like before, it would arc down. Like, oh, that's in. On the other side of it's like, no, that's going to rim out. That's going to be an air ball. And it was just not quite the closeout against Atlanta, which I don't think we'll ever see again.
Oh, God.
But damn close.
It was very close.
Pretty close. 1-800-919-3776. Let's get to the busy phones. Let's start it off with Joe in the car. You're on Danhausen and Rosenberg. What's up, man?
Hey, guys. How's it going? Oh, I just want to chime in about, the Knicks and something Don mentioned earlier with the point differential. They're like plus 194 over the entire playoffs, which I think is absolutely absurd. And then also with Brunson, having the Kobe mentality of job's not finished yet, and now instead that, they're just going about their business. It was like Kobe on the podium, why aren't you smiling?
Right.
So, I'm a Knicks fan. I've been, I was born in 85, so I saw the 90s teams and everything, but this is different. Watching these playoffs has been exhilarating and something that, I haven't seen, and I'm just reveling. So all those people that are like, oh, but we haven't got the championship yet, just like Don says all the time, just enjoy it. Enjoy this run because it's historic. They're averaging 20 points a win in the playoffs. That's absurd.
It's interesting when you hear run, right? And I'm not mad at Joe for saying it because it always feels like a run. You win 7 straight. Run to me almost, and maybe I'm wrong, but doesn't run kind of feel like, oh, it's unexpected. They're on a run. They're on a heater. Maybe this is the way it's just supposed to be.
20 points a game?
No, but you're good. Listen, you're that good compared to who you play. Obviously who you play has a lot to do with it. I do not think the Knicks are going to blow out the Cavaliers or the Pistons the way they did Atlanta and Philadelphia.
I think they'll blow out the Cavaliers.
You do?
Yeah, I just don't expect the Cavaliers to get there. I just don't think it'll be. Maybe it would be. I don't know. But
I'm with you.
That's more of a reflection on just the Cavaliers
I don't think we'll see
when they win anything.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see them,
and that's why I think it's probably a moot point.
But 19.4 points per game on average point differential, largest of any team entering the conference finals since the playoffs expanded to 16 teams back in 1984.
Crazy.
And the only team that's second on that list, the Thunder, currently.
Yeah.
And they're 18.3.
And I don't think that's a coincidence, Alan, that those two are in the same year because there is, we've talked about the NBA. There's a lot of haves and have-nots right now. And there are some teams that I don't think Atlanta's that great. Now, you did had the whole iron versus iron.
The way Atlanta
compared
played.
to who they could have played, right? I mean, it was Atlanta or Toronto. You were going to take Toronto over Atlanta because Atlanta was better.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody feared Atlanta.
Remember, the Sixers were the other team. There were three of them that all could have
right.
finished in that sixth spot. And it was, you don't want to see the Sixers. They've got Embiid healthy, and they've got Paul George. And then Embiid had the appendectomy. What else is new? There's always something.
Well, yeah.
And then, of course, that series with the Raptors and the Cavs went a lot longer than anybody thought it would go. And the Cavs wanted Detroit. That's why they stayed on that side of the bracket. So there's so much of that you've got to get through in the early part of the playoffs.
Exactly.
To then, let's sift it all the dirt.
Exactly.
And let's get
No,
down
that's
to
a great
who's
way
the
to
precious
look at
metals
it.
left.
You're looking for gold.
Mhm.
You're mining for gold, and you're trying to get rid of all the, as Michael would say, the flotsam and jetsam to finally get to
you
the
gotta get
really
rid of the
good
flotsam
stuff
and the jetsam.
that you have. But that's just how the Knicks shouldn't have to apologize for that. But that's what you have. Is that you have a lot of teams that are not that great, and they're taking advantage of it.
You're supposed to destroy them and not play with the food.
Destroyed them.
Right.
And also, I look at the Sixers coming back from 3-1 down, not a reflection on the Sixers were dangerous. Now looking back, is that, the Knicks would have taken care of Boston too.
Because, think about, I said this morning. If you're Boston, are you not going, what the hell did we do? Because all they did was shoot threes when the Knicks showed you that this Sixer team couldn't guard the paint. And then when they packed it in, that's when they buried the threes on them.
Yeah.
You should have just kept going to the rim, and they wouldn't do it.
They weren't beating the Knicks.
You needed one more win. Brutal.
Let's go to Manny in Flushing. You're on Danhausen and Rosenberg.
Manny.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up?
Good. Listen, I think this is probably the best stress I've ever seen being a Knicks fan in my 32 years in my life. I mean, listen, I was 4 2 months after they lost to the Rockets, and I was 5 when they reached back to the finals when they lost to the Spurs in that lockout certain season. I had no idea they were the 8th seed until many years later. But man, I think I think as a Knicks fan, this year has been a hell of a ride. I mean, I just don't want to go. I just don't want to stop. And by the way, I mean, let's say this about the Sixers team. I gotta be fair. I gotta be real. Joel Embiid, to me, he's no superstar. When you've been in the league for 12 years, you're winning MVP without his conference finals.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgraceful. It's like having a burger without the meat.
All right.
That's what I feel about Joel Embiid.
Manny, you read this morning off your script. I heard you on the morning show. This is literally the same thing you said this morning. You even did the burger and the meat thing. This is not – call Philly radio with this, Manny. Come on, man. We don't care about this. Like, this is not about that. And by the way, the 99 team, just be clear, yes, they were an 8th seed. They went through that lockout season trying to figure out who they were. They found it against Miami, swept the second round. Sound familiar? Won 6 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had a brawl with the Pacers, ended up winning it, and that's how they got to the final. So that's kind of what you're expecting.
It's eerie because, and who would be waiting for them in all likelihood in the final? Oklahoma City that has a Spurs vibe.
Vibe.
Not just the whole small market thing, but also the dynasty thing.
But that was the first Spurs championship versus this would be for the Thunder trying to go back to back. So a little
true,
but you're right. It does have that vibe.
But it's almost like when the Patriots beat the Rams. It's like it was an upset, but history remembers it as the beginning of a dynasty.
Right.
The Spurs we look back at. We knew the Spurs. The Knicks were a dog in that series.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't know the Spurs were going to be what they ended up becoming. Now you look back at it and go, well, that was a dynasty Spurs team.
Yeah, but the argument, of course, Ewing doesn't hurt he had strained his calf late in that playoff run. He didn't hardly played in the second round, played sparingly against the Pacers, and then didn't play at all in the final because he was shot. So if they have Ewing, they have some size against that front line, maybe they got a shot. But a healthy Ewing might have gotten him over the top, but it wasn't to be.
But there is something about the overall aura with regard to this season that does feel like 94 and 99. The kind of team they'd be playing, the way the Eastern Conference kind of is, they're getting their spot.
Yeah.
But you just have to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin in New Jersey, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, guys. How are you guys doing today, man?
Good.
It is it's a great feeling to be a Knicks fan right now. And I'm a little nervous and everything, talking with y'all about it because my joy is just exhilarating right now. And just to Alan, to refresh your memory a little bit on that 99 team about us Ewing not playing. We also didn't have Larry Johnson for, I think, game 2.
Yeah, he kept hurt. He was hurting his back, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is going to sound like a broken record, but I've been a Knicks fan since '93. I'm not going to, I'm going to own up to that. I wasn't around, during the Bush days and everything like that. But 94, that was when I first had met my girlfriend, who's now my wife now. That 94 team went to the championship. We got married in 99, and it was during the Indiana Pacers series. That was game 1, so you could tell what that day was, was like. Yeah. But I was thinking about my wedding and everything. So, but we went in 99. This team right now, again, it's going to sound like a broken record, but this team it's just a different feel with this team, and I don't know what it is.
I'll tell you what it is.
I'll
tell you what it is. Clyde said it.
Yeah,
yesterday.
and I had a question for you, Alan. So
right,
you can finish, but I had a question for you.
I'm just gonna tell you. Clyde said it last night, and he doesn't ever say things like this so easily. He said they remind me of my teams that won championships because of the passing the basketball, the selfishness, selflessness, and the defensive tenacity. He said it's very reminiscent of his teams, and he rarely will give that kind of praise.
Okay. Now, the question I have for you, Alan, and he's right. He's totally right. The question I have for you is the last game last year against Indiana when we were knocked out. Deuce McBride said, a reporter asked him a question, and he said that we were exposed. What do you think he meant by that?
Depth.
Simple as that. And now they got depth.
Yeah, they wore out the Knicks. They were predictable offensively, and they didn't have any other answers.
And that
they
might have led to
why
why you had the coaching
It's
change
literally
too,
why.
Right? Yeah.
It's literally why. Yeah. And then you could see it. Look, as much as I defended Tom Thibodeau, and I always will because he got them here, but Mike Brown has shown you exactly why they made the coaching change, because they spent the whole year making sure guys on the bench felt part of it, had opportunities to play, and when you needed to go to them, like a Landry Shamet, right, like an Alvarado, like Deuce, like all these guys are ready to play. And that's
Clarkson.
Yeah,
everyone's
a great player.
Mikal Bridges is now, I mean, it's crazy. You're seeing Bridges look like the best version of what they thought they were getting.
There's another second round for Bridges where all of a sudden you just stop talking about the draft picks you gave up for him and realize it was worth it, wasn't it?
Yep.
To get this far, but still only halfway there.
1-800-919-3776. Full vehicle today. We're taking you up until 7 o'clock. That means we've got ENN at a traditional spot coming up at 6. Then Dan Grassa at 7 o'clock here on ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. More options, better payouts, all NBA playoffs long. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. Play your game. 21 plus and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in. Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Rich Eisen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payments sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
It's playoff basketball. You got to do a little bit of everything.
The intensity levels are at an all-time high. These are the NBA playoffs. Every team looking to make a run.
This is incredible.
Every player looking to make history.
Give me all you got. Let's go.
So tune in because this is going to be unbelievable.
This is exactly what we want.
The NBA playoffs presented by Google continue on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime.
Feeling good. Jacob's feeling it.
I don't hate this.
Doing the bull dance. Feeling the flow.
Feeling the flow. They don't have a song, though. I got to say that. You know, like all these runs, they always have a song.
Maybe that's the key.
They don't have a song.
There's not even a tremendous amount of "Go New York, Go New York, Go" going on. And just stay away.
But the team itself. Honestly, the team itself, you're not getting anything like that.
But see, that's what I
like
honestly,
they're not
I love
doing
it. I love it because
there's no goofy, kitschy stuff that's
there's
happening.
No grimace. There's no Haktua. You know, there's no stupid thing that got us all going. Yeah. We were 25-5 since Haktua throughout the first pitch.
They're not even big.
How about
ball.
this? How about be good? How be good at what you do? Be well run, draft well, make good trades, make good decisions. Don't wait for grimace to throw out the first pitch.
Yeah, but this is just because you hate your team. I mean,
no, I do. I honestly
because there are
hate
plenty
them.
of good teams that also have the silly things, and they're still good. Yeah. You root for the one team that if they do anything fun, it reminds you
the whole organization.
They're trash all the way through.
I don't want to lose focus. I don't want to talk about the wrong orange and blue here. I want to talk about the Knicks. But it is refreshing that it's a run that didn't have. It all started when Go Knicks. Amari Stoudemire punched the
don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like no, but something stupid. That's
I had 7
nothing.
straight.
They don't even know he exists.
It's 7 straight.
Don't you dare.
Why you got to ruin everything?
I'm just telling you. It's well. Let me ask you a question, Jacob, Anthony. You guys are more in touch than I am. How much of it is it a thing that gets thrown around in Knicks like online stuff? Is it a thing or no?
About Stoudemire? Not really.
Stoudemire?
No, he's
not listening to the show.
Not even listening.
Brownshires in there. They're doing a whole of it.
Yeah, no, I meant
this is just something you do to.
I meant Danhausen. Unless you can, your nickname for him is Stoudemire.
Don't even speak to him the rest of the day. No.
I knew where you were going.
All right, Anthony, is it a thing or not?
It's a thing.
Like among Knicks fans, like they enjoy
because
it?
fans are yo-yos. I'm talking about. I'm telling you.
Well,
he loves Bo Nix.
Second that a Nick refers to, no offense to him, he seems like he's a decent guy.
Right.
I'm not a wrestling
But
guy.
they're not talking.
But Danhausen seems like it's a fun thing.
That's nowhere on the radar
But
of Knicks
if
Twitter.
all of a sudden I hear Josh Hart refer to him, the Knicks won't win the championship.
You guys missed backlash. You guys missed post-show backlash.
Yes.
I miss it. I did everything I could to avoid it.
Well, Peter
I'm on the show,
Peter was
Don.
on
I'm on the show.
That's how much I don't want to say.
Peter, should I share what
it's my show.
My brother has a channel I don't listen to. It's more of a statement about wrestling than you.
But why is he doing this? He's lashing out at everyone.
We're messing with you, man.
He's lashing out at everyone
How many Devil games you sit down and watch?
Not many.
Yeah.
At least I can say
zero is not many.
I put in some time for you both.
Well, go ahead,
All
Anthony.
right.
Thank you. You were saying?
And what
Anyway, on the Backlash post show,
Oh,
Peter,
did someone do something on national television
Peter-
to promote their product?
Peter Rosenberg, the NBA on ESPN, also put it out.
Go ahead.
Talking to Danhausen about his run with the Knicks.
And
Peter asked him if the curse, it will continue to be lifted, that the Knicks will continue on. And he said yes, as long as he gets a courtside seat in between Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, he said
Don't do it.
Timothy Chalamet.
Don't do it.
Timothy Chalamet and
I'm
Kylie
telling
Jenner.
you, don't do it. I know karma. I know juju, okay? That would be akin to when Timmy Trumpet was invited to Citi Field. Like, that thing was all
Timmy
fun,
Chalamet,
Jake, if you remember. And then, let's have Timmy Trumpet come and blow his little horn at Citi Field.
Well, hello.
When Diaz comes into a non-save situation. I think the Mets have lost literally every game since then. So, no. If Danhausen steps foot in the garden, they should drag him out by his short hair.
I hate Timmy Trumpet.
And not because of Danhausen. Don't muck this thing up.
But the thing is, they're not done. Just to be clear, though, they're not the Mets. No matter what they do, they're not going to be the Mets.
I know, but
they can have fun.
No. See, this is stuff you don't say.
That they can have fun?
Then all of a sudden, haven't won a championship since '73. Now they got it all figured out.
Nope.
Could we just be careful? See, this is
you're doing yo-yo.
This is coming
like
from
fanboy yo-yo.
This is coming. This is the fraud in you trying to derail the whole thing.
I'm not trying to derail the whole thing.
Am I wrong?
Alan,
I know you're not
Alan,
trying.
where my bets been?
Don't do it.
Where my bets been?
He's made some money.
Do it.
I literally almost froze my FanDuel account on Friday trying to get a bet in from Florida, which is illegal.
So they're going to...
No, we figured it out, and Anthony owes me 50 smackers, so I bet on his account. But I made sure I made sure I got the bet in, though, because I'm not trying to do this. The baby
I know you're not trying.
The baby was dressed up in her Brunson shirt yesterday. Boom, still a win.
This is... You're not doing it intentionally. This is all subconsciously. You're able to do this because you're not a real Knick fan.
Sure.
A real Knick fan would know not to do what you're doing. I'm just telling you.
But I'm just saying you're also injecting. Alan, hear me out. Is he not injecting a little bit of Mets broken on this? Like, just let it be.
You were the Mets 5 minutes ago.
But they're not the Mets. They're their own kind of bad. But they're not the Mets bad.
But you understand what he's saying.
Don't you understand? It was during Hawk Tua. We all thought, they're playing the Dodgers. That's the old Mets. That's done. We've got it all figured out. And then you didn't get it figured out. I'm saying don't be the Mets.
Right.
I hear you.
It's definitely the scars of being a Mets fan.
That's all.
But
and there's got to be scars of being a Knicks fan.
He's standing there warning you.
I'm telling you.
I know where this will go. You can't, and that's why, again, this is the difference, is Jalen Brunson. Because the Bing Bong was before Brunson. BB. Bing Bong. That all was that
Bing
Atlanta
Bong's
series.
pre-Brunson?
Oh, yes. This was the Atlanta series.
Yeah, that was, Brando.
That was the one win. And everybody went Bing Bong, went crazy. And Bing Bong was a thing for a year.
So there hasn't been a thing in the Brunson era. There hasn't been.
I'm just saying, as much as you believe it to be true, and I'm believing it to be true, and Alan's believing it to be true, the witch is not dead. The bing bong, the witch is dead. I'll put the two together. That has not happened yet. Okay? There's only one way to kill the witch.
You gotta drive the stake through its heart.
The O'Brien house has to fall on the witch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're saying. And that's the only way it gets done. But that's why I said what I said about how Brunson right now will not entertain any of that stuff.
Love it.
I give the group credit. Here's a great example. Jeremy Sohan, after Game 2, was walking off the court past the Sixers players, and he started running his mouth. And the Sixers players were like, what the hell are you doing? And then they started barking at him. And so after Game 3 Friday night, the Knicks get the win, pull out that win on the road. That was a fairly close game until they broke it open. And the first thing Towns did, who's a guy that you might think might want to be goofy, have some fun, he grabs Sohan. He goes, get your ass to the locker room. Like, you see him look at Sohan and point to the locker room like, you, off the court. None of this.
Don't do it.
It just shows you that they're in a different headspace right now. They don't want any of the grimace hot to
no reindeer games.
Don't do it.
None of the bing bong.
Wow, Anthony Pusey just sent me $50. How do you like that?
That's nice on the Venmo.
That's right.
Good
Just
for
popped
him.
up.
And it's not just them. Listen, the Yankees, remember with the Judge, with the New York, after they beat the Red Sox in Game 1 a few years ago? He was young. He didn't know any better. Don't mess.
No.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
And this Knicks team seems like they get it. Another thing that a team in this area didn't get. We'll get into them, more your calls on the Knicks.
Really?
We also have a new feature coming up at 4:30.
I'm excited.
We have a new feature.
We have a new feature.
A new Monday feature.
A new Monday feature.
Wow.
We're
Okay.
toying with the name.
All right.
We got to get your input.
Okay.
Because you went pee-pee in the potty, and we didn't see you during the break.
Yeah, this just happened? I was like, when did this happen?
It just happened. See?
I went to make a coffee.
We're still workshopping a name for it.
We don't know because everybody loves the enunciation.
One thing I do know, pee-pee in the potty will not be the name.
Come on, pee-pee in the potty Monday.
Everybody loves alliteration.
Pee-pee in the potty Monday is something.
We just don't have a name of a day with P, otherwise it would work perfect. Danhausen and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, law, bite back. Did you know that Social Security disability takes a bite out of every one of your paychecks? So when they deny your claim, bite back. I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I'm proud to announce our first ever Social Security disability webinar. It's happening on June 3rd at 1 o'clock. In just 1 hour, you'll learn your rights, understand the appeals process, and find out how our experienced SSD attorneys can help you get the benefits you've earned. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Register now by calling 1-800-BITE-BACK, 1-800-248-3222, or go online to daglawteam.com/SSD webinar. That's daglawteam.com/SSD webinar. D'Agostino Law is here to bite back, to fight back, to get you the SSD benefits you've earned. Register today at 1-800-248-3222.
Hey Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Thursday, May 21st, when the Yankees take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Come early, it's Yankees Cap Night. The first 18,000 guests 21 and over will receive a Yankees cap courtesy of Budweiser. Don't miss the Yankees and Blue Jays on Yankees Cap Night, Thursday, May 21st. Get your tickets now at yankees.com/tickets.
Right now, police are stepping up patrols to make sure drivers and pedestrians obey our crosswalk laws. Why? Because every year in New York, people are injured or killed just crossing the street. So remember, pedestrians, obey traffic signals and use crosswalks. And drivers, yield to pedestrians in crosswalks. If you don't, we will educate you on the law, and you may get a ticket, because tickets get attention, and that saves lives. A message from the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends May 31st, 2026.
Earn an accredited MBA in as few as 16 months for about $21K at University of Maryland Global Campus. Explore 10 specializations, including finance, HR, cyber technology, and more. Plus, showcase the value of your MBA with a comprehensive learner record and digitally demonstrate in-demand skills and credentials to employers. No application fee if you apply by June 1st. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, boys.
It's Charlie time. It's Charlie time.
Just one local team in action tonight. The Yankees visit the Orioles at 6:35. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. But really quick, before I honor the teas and get back to the Knicks calls. You would think this was to be the New York Post.
Okay.
But this is the Daily News. This really bothers me. And I should save this for tomorrow, but I'll end up forgetting about it.
What happened?
So, I don't know if you guys know Bonnie Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure we do. Total eclipse of the heart.
Right.
Yeah.
She suffered cardiac arrest.
Oh,
the headline is Total Eclipse of the Heart. Singer Bonnie Tyler suffers cardiac arrest.
God.
Can we just let people go?
What
Honestly,
the hell?
can we just let people go?
Well, no, that's someone they chose to do that.
That's
not an intern mistake.
That was a choice.
That's a choice.
And an editor went, let's go
with this.
I mean, listen, I don't know her. I like her music, but I understand the whole, I get the gag.
But
come on, man. Don't be stupid.
That's a human life.
Not cool
I know,
at all.
exactly.
And it wasn't like a bad person.
This is why, again, I don't want to say this because there are good people that work for newspapers and all that, but really, goodbye.
Trying so hard
What are
to
you
get
doing?
the click there.
1974 is over. Okay, let's all get back to normal, all right? This is why you have to resort to doing these yo-yo things, because nobody's buying your papers because they've got different ways of getting information. It's really sad. Because there was a time where that was where you got your information, but now information
you got
is
your
all
trusted information.
Is a la carte anyway.
Oh, boy,
but come on, can we show some class for God's sakes?
That's awful.
Show some class.
Awful.
And also not even really clever. It's like nothing. It's just like nothing.
Yeah, right. It's not like
It's like,
something
she
you're
has a
like,
song
that's
with
a
the
good
word.
one.
She has a song that's famous with the word "heart" in it.
And also, this is aging so well for me. There's I root against my team. Just tank. I want a better pick. Look at the Sixers. All that tanking that Brooklyn did. Now enjoy your sixth pick. And where did Indiana pick? Where they're picking?
No,
that's coming up in my
and
weekend
even
headlines.
Utah didn't play anybody. I understand it's a deep draft, so they're very happy, the Jazz, to have the second overall pick. But I'm sure when they're resting players, they're hoping for one.
It aged well for you, Don. It did. Meanwhile, let's go Wiz. You know what I mean?
Right.
Time to get back in business.
Letting Bam score 83.
Yeah.
That worked out.
By the way, it is funny that you know what? Maybe that moment could have been what sent them.
was it.
So is this the revenge of Kwame Brown?
Wow.
By the way, what even happened to Kwame Brown when he had like that resurgence in online like 2 years ago?
Yeah, he came back for
like
with a
big,
vengeance.
and
angry.
And it started like bad, but then it got like kind of good and interesting. You're like, wait, he's kind of like smart and interesting, weird, but
and then
he just disappeared again, just like his talent.
Just
because as a player, everyone knew there was a reason Jordan liked Kwame Brown. The kid was obviously a player. It just couldn't all come together.
Blanderson Hooper, you're on ESPN New York.
Bland,
What's up,
we
man?
love Blando.
Love Bland.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. So last week I spoke to you guys after the close win against the Hawks, and I was flying high, and I didn't think I could get any higher than that. And obviously today I feel great. I haven't felt this great about the team since probably the mid to late 90s. And just to touch on what you guys mentioned before, the depth is the biggest thing, and they genuinely go 10 deep. And I confidently feel that any one of those 10 has the ability to step up in the moment and do something that could affect the course of the game. Every single one of them, I think, has the ability to meet the moment and do something, whether it's hit a shot, get a steal, get a good defensive stop, that will do something to get things moving in the right direction. And I don't think there's any other team out there that you could say that about, except for maybe OKC. And Cleveland, Detroit, I don't think it really matters. I know a lot of people are afraid of Detroit because of how they handled us in the regular season. But I think in the immortal words of Spike, if anybody out there thinks that we cannot beat Detroit, I say bullshizzle.
Well, that's honoring the man.
Well done.
Hey, I think the regular season is BS, all right? Especially the way things go in the postseason. But you'd also be the exact opposite feeling of saying that they're just going to run through them as well. Because as dead as they were, down 3-1, the Knicks were down 2-1, and they responded. Their first loss didn't come until Game 3 in Cleveland. Or they had rattled off 5 straight wins after falling behind 3-1 to Orlando. It's all matchups, people. Same thing with hockey. We could talk about where you finished in the regular season and all that. It's all about matchups. And the one thing that we've seen is the Pistons do match up well against the Knicks. So I think that's going to be a hell of a series. Mm-hmm. Nobody should say anything about anything at this point or guarantee anything. Just that, hey, it's going to be a lot of fun to see them play.
Yeah, tonight's going to be a really interesting game. That's all I'm going to say. That game in Cleveland, a game 4 for Detroit, now that they know the Knicks have swept and they're there. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, knowing J.B. Bickerstaff, they went into this season with, their mission was to beat the Knicks. That's all they care about. Yeah. They were so mad after that series. It just seems to set it's all part of the story, isn't it? It adds to the story of the drama of a team now that just wants revenge so bad. Yeah. They want to play you so bad. Let's see what their focus is like tonight to see if they can take control of that series.
And I watched a lot of Game 2. Pistons Cavs, and the Pistons blew the 14-point lead, and then they won the game. And then it was a really good back and forth, I thought, Game 3 in Cleveland, and the Cavs ended up holding on and getting the victory there. So it's been a good series. So I think that if Cleveland wins tonight, it's going 7.
Yes.
And if Detroit wins tonight, then I could see them
be 5.
Wrapping it up in Detroit.
We could be done by Wednesday.
Yeah, that's the way I kind of feel. But I think it's going to be a hell of a series if the Knicks play the Pistons. Cavs, I just don't buy into them. But would you start buying into them if they were to come back from 2-0 down and beat Detroit and say, oh, maybe this team's kind of figured it out?
Maybe.
I don't know. I think just looking at Detroit, they're going to win the series.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's going to be a hell of a conference final for sure. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't be a Knicks fan saying I guarantee they'll win, and I wouldn't be a Pistons fan saying I guarantee Pistons win.
No,
I think it'd just be
compelling basketball.
It would be. It really would be. Yes. Let's go to Marco in Charlotte. You're on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Hello, gentlemen.
How are you?
Very, very exciting about the Knicks right now. I have 3 quick points. The first point is I have to give my kudos to Mike Brown. I was very down on him. I thought he was about to lose the game after the first 3 games with Atlanta. He rebounded, made some great adjustments. The team played very, very well, and that led me to the second point. Do you think that Mikal Bridges might be the Stanton of the Knicks, where when we get to the playoff, he started playing well?
Interesting.
No, that's a good one, right? Because he did play well in the Boston series last year.
Yeah.
Playoff Kale.
And my third point is I'm going to be a little bit petty.
Okay.
I want to be a little bit petty. I wish Anthony had the number of the guy that called on Friday saying that he was entertained by the Knicks, and I want to ask him if he's entertained now.
Well, listen,
are you entertained?
I think that guy is, doing. I can tell you what he's probably doing.
Yeah.
He's not entertained by anything. Honestly,
was that Michael?
That's Michael in Manhattan, who is banned. The worst caller. He's been banned until somebody makes a worse call, and I can't imagine that's going to be happening anytime soon.
Doesn't mean anything.
And Blee doesn't try.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, he just doesn't like the sport. And you know what? I'm all for it. There's sports I don't like. You know what I do? I don't watch them.
It's easy.
But to
like
sit
you said
there
about the rest
and
really
watching and hate. Because imagine if I just did that, and all I did, because this is what he does. I'm not a wrestling fan. I don't hate it. I don't like it. I don't watch it. But what I'll do is I'll watch it incessantly and then call my brother's show and complain how bad it is. That's what Michael does.
Yeah,
he hates basketball, but he watches every game And then he's calling to complain about how bad the Knicks are.
It's a bit weird.
A miserable human being.
But you know what else it is, too, is people love being the contrarian because it allows you to be right, and when you're wrong, nobody pays attention.
Yeah, but, you know.
It's so easy to be the contrarian.
Mike only pays attention because he's now the worst caller, and this might go decades.
Can I tell you before we take the next call?
Please.
About Rings End?
Oh my God.
I've waited all weekend to get back to talking to people about Rings End. We're talking about rings, trying to win a ring.
You were texting me all weekend about it.
I did tell you about the fact that this project at the house that I'm excited about is we are now in the ordering phase of this gorgeous French door that we are getting. My contractor, Michael, he's talking with the project manager, Andrew, over at Rings End. This thing is getting ordered. We've decided how we want it to open. How do you like a French door to open, Don? Out or in? You like an innie or an outie? What do you think?
I think I'd rather have it open in.
Open in?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have it open out. Out to the pool. That's how we're going to do it. Anyways, that's what we chose.
I didn't put a lot of thought into it.
I know you didn't, but
I had to give an answer.
We did. Believe it or not. It's amazing how much time that you have to go through to process this. But thankfully, of course, Andrew helped us through this. So why Rings End? Well, because they work with pro contractors like my guy, Michael, who build and remodel for a living. Pros trust them, so I trust them, and everybody, you can too. They don't just have premium brands and doors. They have windows and decking and paint, lumber kitchens, all the stuff that you want to do to upgrade and update your home. So they're not a national chain. Regional expertise. They have 8 full-service lumber yards in Connecticut and Westchester County, 12 freestanding paint setters as well. And if you can't make it to any of the stores or the locations, you can shop online at ringsend.com. That's ringsend, everybody, .com. Donnie?
Outstanding. Let's go to Flavio in New Jersey. You're on ESPN New York. Hello.
Good afternoon, guys. First-time caller, long-time listener.
Yes. Thank you for calling.
Yeah. So just want to make a few points. I think with the Knicks, the week break that they have is actually going to be a good thing. A lot to what Hahn has said about, regards to like the offensive schemes that they want to add, kind of like a mini training camp, if you will. I think it's also good for the injuries, like OG and other players, Brunson, Mitch, Hart, with the lingering hand injury. Granted, it's not major, but a lot of the players tend to play quietly with these injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, good for them to get kind of back into the shape of things. And then lastly, I'm just in shock, man. I'm a Knicks fan for decades, and to go from watching Lou Edmondson, Lanston Galloway, and Aaron Aflalo, and cheering for the team at 18 and 20 wins, and to a team that's running teams off the floor, it's just insane, man. Me and my neighbors that are around, we talk about it. We're just kind of in shock. And just 2 points about like in the direction of kind of where the team is heading.
Yes.
But if the team wins, let's say we get to that point, where would Brunson be on the list of like the greatest Knick of all time? And I don't think so. But is it even on the table to trade Cat if we get to the promised land for Giannis? I think the way the team is constructed.
I don't know why you would want to do that when now you finally figured out how to use him in a way where your offense is now a prolific offense. It just doesn't make sense at this point to touch this if this is what it's going to look like. The Brunson thing is, I've heard this. I think Perk did this. He's like, if they win a championship, Brunson is the greatest Knick of all time. And I've got to say, pump your brakes.
That's a lot.
He could be 2.
He could be up there. But Clyde and Willis remain the greatest because they've won 2 championships.
Understood.
You can't take that away from them. 2 titles, both against Jerry West and Wilt Chamberlain and the Lakers. Like the Game 7 that Walt had in 1970 alone. But I don't know how you do that. Multiple titles still, to me, wins out. If Brunson wins a championship, he's in the Pantheon. There's no question.
Yeah.
He's in the Pantheon. He might already be closing in on that because Patrick's in the Pantheon and he didn't get a title, but he did get to 2 finals. So if Brunson can at least get to a finals, we know he's one of the great Knicks ever.
There's 2 things.
But not the greatest. Let's make it easy.
Ewing's in the 75th anniversary, he was on the team Ewing.
Yes.
And so was Clyde, right?
Yes. Yeah. and Willis and DeBuscher.
Yeah,
all of them.
they're all on there. You know, so did they do one for 100 years? Or we haven't got the
we haven't got
the
20.
No. So
We
when's
did the
100?
50 and the 75.
And when's 100? Got to be coming up. That had to be over 20 years ago.
Oh,
They did the 75.
I thought the start of the league was 47.
Yeah, 47 was the start of the league.
Yeah, so 100 isn't for a bit.
Yeah, that's still a bit. You know, could Brunson end up on that list? Because that's the thing, is that I don't think Brunson's appreciated the way those players.
Well, he's a Hall of
were
Famer already
around the league,
right? He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, there's the Hall of Fame, but then there's
But
also
in this
an all-time
era,
player.
like think about it. This is in his era right now. He's among the best players in the league, right?
Yeah,
Of this era.
But this is going to sound harsh, okay? And you might jump me for it, but I think there's logic behind what I'm going to say. To a large percentage of Knicks fans, Brunson would be number one. And the reason I don't begrudge people of that if they win the title is as big as those titles were in 70 and 73, this title would mean more. It's been a long time, and I just think to the city, to the fan base, because you're talking about a league that started in 1947,
So you're
right?
doing the
So-
Messier 94 thing.
No, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the 70 championship and the 73 championship.
Mm-hmm.
Where was basketball then? Were the games even, televised live? You had maybe a second generation of fans. The league started in 47. So by the time they won in 70 and 73, a lot of people saw the Knicks from their infancy and then probably had kids that became fans too. But we've gone now several generations. The fan base is much bigger. I think the NBA means more. So when you look at those titles, and not to begrudge those guys that won those titles in 70 and 73, but wouldn't a title this year just dwarf those and just put Jalen on an even a bigger pantheon of the history of the franchise?
Well, if you consider the 70 championship, the first one, right, for the franchise, which is, that's special.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
Because the franchise had been around since the beginning of the league and took that long to win their first title. So think about that for a minute.
That's not nothing.
But if you're talking about magnitude,
yeah,
I can't argue with
right.
you.
And so
because it's now a worldwide
and it's
brand
a thing.
and league versus in 70 where it was more of a New York thing.
It was a niche thing.
But the team itself was the first time a New York got around that one team like that. They were loved in New York, but they weren't like now. It's globally loved. So if you want to talk about magnitude, I can't argue
and that's why I think this championship would hit differently, right?
Well, for many reasons, yeah.
Because you're talking about that first championship. The team was 23 years old. The league was 23 years old, right?
Mm.
It was dwarfed by baseball. It was dwarfed by football. And now
Especially
basketball and it would just hit so much differently to where it would be hard not to put Brunson ahead of those guys. Now, as far as who's a better basketball player and all that, that's
it's
always going to be debatable.
Never about that,
But as far as the way it would hit, I just think that's why I think there'd be a lot of people that would say Brunson number one with the ball.
Well, it absolutely would feel much bigger than 73, right?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I get
this
that.
gap's been so long that this one's just going to. So I do hear that.
Now, what if I?
And then you don't know what
out?
Brunson does after this.
Let me throw this out.
If they won,
let's just take it now to NBA. If the Knicks can win a championship this year somehow, it would be the most significant NBA championship since blank. Like the Thunder, that was nice, but let's be honest, it's like did that really cause a buzz?
What is a big a big franchise?
I think LeBron in Cleveland. I think LeBron winning in Cleveland over that Warriors team was that really kind of was an earthquake in the NBA.
Well,
but when you think about significance, like where would you put this?
Well, the Knicks are one of the flagship teams of the NBA, and they haven't won in 53 years.
Yeah.
I would have to put that as significant.
Like, what's the one that would, when it's over, you're talking about it's on Good Morning America, and they've been not just recapping
it's all over the place.
But they're doing features, and like it becomes magazine covers. It's just everyone gets caught up in it. right?
Right, because
we haven't had
are
many
the
of
Lakers
those.
like you can make the case that the Lakers and the Celtics are bigger than the Knicks because of the history of winning and all
Right.
that. But the Knicks are as close to as popular as those, and they've gone so long without winning. They might make a movie about it.
But that's my point. It's
Like,
that
it would be a big
also,
deal.
It's in the large market,
Yeah.
the biggest market. It's got celebrity following that is growing and growing and growing. I had no idea. There's some celebrities I never knew were Knicks fans that are now coming, like are appearing, doing stuff on social media. I was like, I didn't even know you were a Knicks fan. Like, what's the actor's name? Is it Jerry O'Connell?
Mm-hmm.
Like the
from
Jerry
Stand By
Maguire
Me
and Stand By Me. I didn't know he was a Knicks fan. He
I
was
had no
going
idea.
crazy.
I know.
on this.
I think
Like,
I
there's
knew he was a
certain
New York
actors
guy.
that you're seeing, and I'm like, wow. So
No,
this
it's
is
a big
maybe
deal.
bigger. So the point I'm trying to make is what you just said too, is like they'll make a movie about this just because of the magnitude of it, and it just kind of feels like something that would resonate, transcend sports. How many titles
think about
have we seen in the last generation?
And we're getting way ahead of ourselves. We're only halfway there.
Well, but it's fun to talk
But it is fun to talk about it from the standpoint. Look how big the Rangers Cup was. All right, to the city.
That was one.
To sports in general.
Yeah.
All right? And that's hockey.
But
If
that
the
was one
Knicks were able to do that.
That one lasted a whole summer.
It was a big deal all throughout.
Yeah.
People still, even around the NHL, anywhere that I travel, the 94 Rangers resonate with people.
96 Yankees, 98 Yankees, were any of those like feeling like
Well,
that?
maybe because but the fact
is the Yankees.
But the fact is the Yankees hadn't won in 18 years. I mean, we're talking 53
I know,
years.
I know.
It's be like the Leafs winning the cup in Canada. Like
It
it would be a
literally
big
would be
deal.
like that.
When you go that long and you're that popular. Think about the perfect storm. You're that popular a franchise and that long without winning. This would be the equivalent when the Giants won in 86 or better when the Bears won in 85.
Mm-hmm.
That had been the first time in a long time. It had been 20-plus years for a big franchise. But imagine if the Lakers didn't win for 53 years or if the Celtics didn't win for 53 years. They wouldn't be who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Yeah.
The Knicks aren't the Celtics and the Lakers because they don't have the titles, but from a popularity standpoint,
They're
they're
right
right there.
there.
And they've got 53-year monkey getting taken off of their back, or gorilla at this point, dinosaur almost. It'd become a big deal. I mean, honestly, it would be that big of a deal. But again, we're only halfway there.
Yeah.
All right, we've got our new feature we're going to break out here. We'll recap the weekend.
We need a
get
name
more of your
for it.
call. We need a name.
We do.
1-800-919-3776. Smoke if you got them. Take it up till 7 o'clock on ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry-O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
I'm a dog, and my job is to make you happy. So I recommend Optimum Fiber for your home. It's famously fast. Way better than flaky 5G home internet, which can slow down the more people or dogs are online. So switch to Optimum Fiber, starting at only $25 a month with a 5-year price lock. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. That's 888-4-OPTIMUM. Gus, fetch. I gotta take that. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds, resilience matters, and history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers as they compete on one of the sport's most storied stages. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek. Don't just watch greatness. Experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open.
Did your dog just get groomed? She's got a pep in her step.
Actually, she's gotten famous. She's one of 18 dogs on the new Jersey Dog Scratch-Offs from the New Jersey Lottery.
What?
Yeah, New Jersey voted, and 18 dogs were chosen.
Well, look at her.
It's gone to her head a bit.
Play the new Jersey Dog Scratch-Offs, featuring 18 real New Jersey dogs and a top prize of $200,000.
Oh, are you a famous doggy? Yes, you are.
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. We went from bad to worse on the eastbound LIE. Still have this road work in the right lane by the Clearview and Queens. Pack there. You're hitting the brakes from right into the Midtown Tunnel. You stay jammed on the eastbound side into Nassau County. A big crash blocking 2 lanes by New Hyde Park Road. Some pockets of slowdowns on the belt westbound, approaching the Verrazano in Brooklyn from Flatbush Avenue. Best of it's the outbound George, southbound Deegan and Henry Hudson. West Side Highway northbound. Some slowdowns from the 79th Street Boat Basin. Inbound George, still have road work on the upper deck, about 15 to 20 minutes using 8095. Better from the 4 and 46 approaches. Outbound Lincoln Orenia 10 to 15 minutes. Outbound Hahn close to 20. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Chris Kenny here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that your fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with 0 alcohol, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and 0 calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
All right, we don't know what we're going to call this. We're gonna workshop some names. If you have any suggestions as well.
You know what? I don't know.
If you say that, you know what, we're going to call it crap because it's terrible. You can say that.
Radio, do better.
Yeah.
We just move on.
But anyway, what we thought was it's Monday.
Sure.
And there's a lot of times when you get to Monday, there's stuff that happened Friday night, Saturday, even sometimes on Sunday that we might just not be able to get to. And we think that they're significant enough for us to just spend a few minutes and discuss. So I'm going to give you some headlines from the weekend. The first one, you did mention it, Don, a little bit earlier, but we can dive a little bit deeper into this. For some reason, the NBA draft lottery was done on a Sunday. That never used to happen.
Never
it was always
on a
like
Sunday.
during the week.
Always a weeknight.
I wasn't thinking about it until I saw all the pomp and circumstance before the Knicks game yesterday.
And it just felt like, wait, we're doing this here now on a Sunday on Mother's Day?
Never
Who's
history.
watching?
Usually it's on ESPN.
I I think it was on TNT.
No,
usually it's Thursday.
I feel like on recent years it's been ESPN.
Right. I thought it was always Thursday.
And it's always on a weeknight.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, I remember going to it years ago, and Donnie Walsh said to me when I said, you fired up to be here? He goes, no, this is the convention of losers. You don't want to be here. That was in 2008.
Well, now because of tanking, everybody wants to be
we
there.
celebrate being in the lottery. But no, you're not getting celebrations. Now, aside from the fact that the Washington Wizards, who went 17-65, 17-65. And when you watched them play, you said, how the hell did they win 17?
I know.
They did win the lottery. So good for them.
So how many wins can you win without trying? 17.
There you go.
Or trying the opposite, trying to lose.
The Utah Jazz, they had the fourth best odds. They got the number 2 pick, so good for them. Memphis Grizzlies had the 6th best odds. They got the 3 pick. And the Chicago Bulls, who had the 9th best odds, ended up 4. That means some people dropped, right? Well, the Pacers and the Nets are 2 teams that fell and fell hard. The Pacers fell to 5th, and you know what that meant? They lost their pick because they traded it with protections to the Clippers for Zubac, the center that they got from the Clippers that they think is going to be a big splash early on. But they purposely tanked all year. They didn't try to win. They thought they were going to get over by making this trade and then not having to trade the pick, and that didn't happen, which led to team president Kevin Pritchard sending out an apology tweet to everybody. The Brooklyn Nets, who never apologized for sucking, they ended up falling to 6th. And so for the Nets, they still get a pick that's relatively high in a very good draft.
Yeah.
But you're the Nets. You were hoping to get 1, 2, or 3 at worst because that's how good this draft is. So that is the draft lottery that, if you weren't paying attention on Mother's Day, actually happened yesterday, and that's that story. So,
and I wonder too, because one of the NBA's ideas was that if you were in the conference final the year before, you weren't eligible for the lottery the next year.
And that's starting
and guess
next
who
season.
dropped? The Pacers.
There is a little bit of a twinge of, did the league kind of punish some people?
Yeah, you feel like
and
it.
say, hang on a second, you shouldn't be winning this. But the Wizards, like
Bizarres to you and me.
The Jazz were starting their main guys, and then by the third quarter, sat them to finish the game and lost games that they were winning because they wouldn't play their starters. And they were saying, you can't tell me when to play my players. You're just telling me I have to play my players. So there was some technicalities there. But, there was some curiosity about funny business with all this stuff. Did you see last night after the Knicks win, an epic Spurs-Timberwolves game last night?
Yes.
Game 4.
That was great.
This was a hell of a game, but early in the game was a big moment when Victor Wembanyama took his bony elbow and smashed Naz Reid right in the jaw. This is some old-school elbow-throwing stuff. Well, he got ejected from the game. Flagrant 2. He gone. And that's early in the game, a key player for them. He was sitting on the bench, and the cameras caught him as they were reviewing the play and then announced it's a flagrant 2. He says to Harrison Barnes, his teammate, "What does that mean?" And he said, "Well, it means you're done. You're out." He goes, "Oh, I'm out?" And he gets it. But he reaches up and grabs. You ever have a human being do this to you? Grab you by the back of your neck and pull you down to his level? That's what he did to Barnes. His long arm reaches up and takes Barnes' neck and goes, "Come here, I can't hear you," and brings him down. So he walks out of the building. He's now done for the night. And the Spurs put up a good fight, but Anthony Edwards was just that much better, and now that series tied at 2.
Yeah, they're not going to win a lot of games with Wemby watching.
No, you got to have him play. So it's a bad moment for him. It's for the first time he kind of showed he's a young player. And it's a moment that he's going to have to learn from because Minnesota, I don't know if anybody knows this, they're playing physical and nasty and tough. Ask Nikola Jokic about that. So this series gets very interesting. Now, the league will not do any further punishment on Wembanyama. No fine,
which
and he
is
will
the
not
right,
be suspended.
The right thing to do.
It's time served, right? So that series gets real interesting. How about in the Stanley Cup playoffs? You know what happened? It's really sad in a way. On Saturday, that was a great game. But Jackson Blake gets the overtime goal. The Canes sweep the Flyers. They move on to the conference final. So the Flyers season ends on a Saturday. And what happened on Sunday?
The
Sixers season end, back to back. The week before, The Bruins season ended on a Friday, and the Celtics season ended on a Saturday. 2 rough weekends in Boston and Philadelphia when it comes to hockey and basketball.
We just need a Philadelphia coach to have a sordid affair with a reporter. And then it'll be complete.
Yeah, you already fired the manager in baseball, right? The Phillies, right? Although I guess Don Mattingly's
got hot. No, they've been very.
What is it with the Phillies when they fire their manager? They go on a toot. As you would say.
Well, that's how Thompson won his World Series. Was replacing Joe Girardi.
8-1 now for Mattingly, or am I?
No, it's more than
8-1.
Might be 10-2 or 9-2 something, but it is pretty incredible the run they've been on.
Well, continuing with the Stanley Cup playoffs, so the Canes are off to the Eastern Conference Finals. Who's going to join them? Boy, the Buffalo Sabres run has been a fun one, right? Until they get to Montreal. And now Montreal has won back-to-back games. 2-1 series lead now for Le Canadien. And, Don, are the Sabres in trouble? Because Montreal, we know, can score. Cole Caulfield might be the greatest goal scorer I've seen since Mike Bossy, and I don't think that's crazy to say. Well, he finds ways to score in all different ways.
They're getting on Tage Thompson, although he did score the lone goal for the Sabres last night. But I guess a reporter asked him if he's hurt. And he said, that's none of your business. And that was a whole big thing after Game 2. And then losing 5-1, allowing whatever it was, 5-2, I think, whatever it was. But I think it was 4 unanswered goals at one point to fall behind 2-1 in that series. Now there's questions. Does Lyon get pulled? Do they go to Luukkonen? So when you start changing goaltenders and your star players, allegations that he's hurt, no, they're feeling it right now. And you know what? McAfee's been talking about it all day. I could have told him because I've been there. I don't know if there's an atmosphere better than Montreal in the playoffs. Oh yeah, it is just unreal. And Kurt Muller goes out, lights the flame, and the place, and they couldn't. Dobish after the game, they couldn't do the interview because everybody was singing in the building. It is really because
even the regular season's pretty insane.
Because we could talk about the popularity, and this is the problem. It's so watered down here in New York because we got so many different teams, so we're kind of split for the most part. That's why the Knicks are so special because the Nets just don't have the fan base the Knicks do, but the Canadians are part of the Montreal culture.
Oh yeah,
and so when they make a run in the play, you feel it. But that building is
it's literally religion in that city.
And you just look at how and they don't even have to ask we're all red. It's incredible there, and you really felt it last night on television. Singing, it's
special. It's special. Golden Knights and Ducks. That series tied at 2 apiece. That series will go back to Vegas.
Anthony's very excited about the Ducks being even at 2.
A lot of former Rangers there, right?
That makes him really more excited.
He's sleeping on his back. Minnesota, Colorado finally lost a game, which is not nothing. Minnesota though gets a win on Saturday night. It's now 2-1 in that series. Game 4 tonight, by the way, on ESPN. That's a must-watch series, isn't it, Don? That feels
I think it is
a lot of offense.
That Quinn Hughes goal too was on I think on the delayed penalty or early in their power play. Just incredible stuff. That has been a fun series. It's a shame it's in the second round, but with the ratings being the way they are and everybody talking NHL, believe me, Gary Bettman's taking a victory lap on this format. I don't know how sexy Colorado, Minnesota, or Anaheim is going to be in the conference final, but whatever. Good for the Ducks. I'm happy for Kreider. He's loving it there. Ducks are real. It's not about this year for them, but you could see that they've got a very, very bright future. A lot of good young stars on that team. Gauthier, Lacombe, they're really, really, really special team that I think could be very good down the stretch. Good goaltending, and then you've got and there's a lot of people upset about it, but Joel Quenneville's not nothing to coach, and there's a lot of people feel like he shouldn't be back.
Controversial,
but I thought that was the right market for him to come back. You got 2 really good coaches in that series, Tortorella versus Quenneville. And so it's even at 2 games apiece. Again, not a dead sexy matchup, but from a hockey standpoint, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it's been a good playoffs, and that's again, Gary can say that. Told you so. In the NFL, so the schedule. I know you're excited about this, Don. Schedule release week.
Oh, he loves it.
I can't wait to do win loss on Thursday. This will be fun.
Exciting.
But we do know the opener. NBC has decided who they want in the season opener, September 13th. Are you ready for Cowboys-Giants on opening night?
I have thoughts on this one
because we never see Cowboys-Giants early in the season, do we?
No.
Except for ever. except for always.
Every season.
8th time since 2012.
So,
to start, you mean at week 1?
Season opener, 8th time since 2012.
8th time.
And last year it was like week 2.
It just
3.
feels like it. But
so 2012.
First Sunday night game of the season will be Cowboys at Giants at MetLife on the grass or turf by then, probably.
Field turf.
Yeah.
So this comes after the Wednesday. Is there a Wednesday and a Thursday?
Yeah,
There's going to be a Wednesday?
I think the Wednesday is the Australia game.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be on Netflix.
Normal.
Of course.
And then Thursday, they're doing one of those too?
Sure.
And then all day Sunday. So it's the second to last game of the weekend.
You've been waiting all week for Sunday night.
You waiting all
That's going to be the song.
through 12 other games.
Are we getting? Because I don't think we did last year, but we did. I think it was week 2. We got the doubleheader on Monday.
I think they're done. Weren't they moving on from it?
No, I think
Or
they're
still
moving
gonna
on
start the year from it.
No, I think early on you get the double headers. Yeah.
And I think whether it's this year or next year, I think it's going to be where one of them is going to be on a different network because they sold it to somebody else.
I would like to say that of all the yo-yo,
I'm pretty sure they're done, by the way.
Yeah, I was going to say I really hope so.
I think that's part of the deal. I don't think there's Monday Night Football doubleheaders.
I'm saying this hoping they're done.
New deal.
But either way, of all the yo-yo stuff that's been done, including playing on a Wednesday night in Algeria, nothing's dumber than a Monday night doubleheader. It is the dumbest. Let's take something that always feels special
and
because
make it
everyone's
less
watching
special.
and just dilute it with like a crappy West Coast
Always
game.
a bad second game. We can dive more into that coming up, but just 2 more quick headlines for you guys. In the NBA,
we missed a lot this weekend.
Shams Charania reports that the Bucks are open for business on trade calls on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, you bet your ass.
So that's all before the draft, of course, because this is a hot draft and they want to see what they can get. Last but not least, in case you missed it, you remember Dario's, our good friends from West Hempstead, Long Island, that make incredible cheesesteaks
like
and
pizzas
and everything else. They came to visit us. They made a bet with Frank Oliveri, who's from, of course, Pat's King of Steaks.
Oh, from Pat's.
Yeah,
sure.
from Pat's, right? So in Philadelphia, about the Knicks and the Sixers series. Well, of course, Frank and the people over at Pat's lost.
That's true.
Frank has to come to Dario's and wear Knicks gear and work the kitchen for a day, and he's going to do it next week. Pay off the bet.
All right. Don't mess with the food,
See, that's
though.
a good payoff.
Kind of like that.
So by the way, they already make incredible sandwiches there. Yeah. So you're saying the bet payoff is going to be that you're going to have Philly cheesesteaks getting made up. That's
pretty much.
That's so much better than like just a dumb. That's a win for everybody.
Because it gets done when the mayors start doing stuff.
Yeah.
But when you get the actual people doing it, that's what it's for.
So,
All right,
so congrats to Dario's. And that's your headlines from the weekend.
Wow, the weekend that was.
I got my opinions on Giants-Cowboys week 1. Calls on the Knicks, 1-800-919-3776, or anything that's on your mind. We'll have ENN coming up at 6 o'clock. Dan Grassa at 7. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner 3. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Wait! Before you change the station, listen to this.
CarsForKids.org. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll also get a vacation voucher and a tax deduction.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, new Verizon Mobile and home customers can get Fios and a line of mobile for just $69.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabits per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $50 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios Internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I know how a serious accident can change your life just like that.
I'm Jenna D'Agostino, and I understand that with pain comes medical bills and time out of work. Let us get you justice.
This is John Ryan, the closer. For over 35 years, our family has been getting accident victims every dollar they deserve.
I started this firm for the injured so they can bite back against the insurance companies.
Our legacy is to get you justice. Bite back.
To get you paid, bite back.
At D'Agostino & Associates, bite back means fight back. When you're hurt and they blame you, we bite back and get you every dollar you deserve. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey, so call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. 1-800-248-3222. I've been there, and I'll be there for you.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
The Yankees are a really, really good team, but there are flaws. Is it doom and gloom? Of course not. But there are things that can be improved, and I'll give you a list of them. The bullpen does not have a lot of swing and miss in it. The offense out of catcher is an issue, and another guy that has not performed up to his capabilities, and I have to get more out of him, is Jazz Chisholm.
The Michael Kay Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Hey, this is Chevy, managing partner at Precision Solar. We believe going solar should be simple, and it should make real financial sense. We manage the entire process from start to finish and offer flexible solar payment options designed around your goals. When the numbers work, solar can lower your monthly cost and give you predictable energy for decades. And if you refer someone who installs with us, you can earn up to $1,000. Visit PrecisionSolar.com to schedule your free home assessment.
With the new My Lowe's Pro Rewards American Express card, earn 3 points per dollar spent on Lowe's qualifying purchases for the first 6 months after card account opening. Plus, save 5% every day on eligible purchases at Lowe's and earn points on eligible purchases everywhere else Amex is accepted. Card members get more at Lowe's. Subject to credit approval. 5% can't be combined with any other offer. Exclusions and restrictions apply. Points subject to loyalty terms at Lowe's.com/terms and credit reward terms at Synchrony.com/MLPRA-terms. Visit Lowe's.com/business credit.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know this because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner in the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trust, experience, and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized plan just for you that actually works, and when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you save big savings. And you know what? This is important. Summer's about to start. Got barbecues. How many times, you get mosquitoes and flies? You're like, I'm just going to go in the house. Well, yeah, I got a pool party going on. I want everybody to be able to eat out in the patio. But the insects are all over the place. They can fix all that. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out. So Alan said in the yet-to-be-named Monday feature that for the 8th time since 2012, the Giants and Cowboys are going to start the season week 1. The Giants are 1-7 in those games. Their only win on opening day was in Dallas on 2016, they beat the Cowboys 20-19. I'm good. Now, I'm not afraid of the Cowboys. I'm just saying, it's just I have terrible memories of nationally televised games against the Cowboys. Emmitt Smith rushing for like 200 yards and getting blown out 40-0.
But isn't more recently though on the Giants side of things? Didn't they pull up a couple upsets?
The one nationally televised game you love is the blocked the Pierre-Paul block, and the Giants go to the playoff. I'm not saying that there isn't times where this rivalry has favored the Giants. But like I said, the Giants-Cowboys first game, like an opening weekend, week 1, the Giants have lost 7 of 8. But you got to play them twice. I just, there's been Monday night games. I believe the Lawrence Taylor number retirement was against the Cowboys. There's either Sims or LT. Sims might have been the Minnesota game. LT may have been the Cowboy game. Just getting destroyed on national television by the Cowboys. Now, John Harbaugh's here. Giants should be better. I just have a lot of scar tissue from week 1 or nationally televised games against the Cowboys to where I could safely say I'm good. But we got it.
But you know,
the schedule's coming out officially on Thursday.
You know, this is, I mean, again, it's all big market stuff. It's big brand stuff. If you're NBC, this is what you want to open up because it's John Harbaugh, so something new. There was some juice into the Giants last season with Dart, Scatterboo, the whole thing, right? Like there's, you know, a couple of very interesting draft picks that they made. There's, you know, there's going to be some sizzle with the Giants this year, Don, whether you like it or not.
No, I love it.
Like, there's going to be a lot of sizzle with this team because of Harbaugh's presence and the interest in what is this going to look like and how soon will he be able to turn the Giants in the right direction. And the Cowboys are the Cowboys.
Either way it goes, there's either going to be sizzle because it starts going the right direction. Everyone goes, oh, man. Or if it doesn't go well, then the sizzle's like, wait, hold on, has Harbaugh lost it?
Yeah.
Either way, it's intriguing.
Well, and I will tell you, if given the choice between the Giants-Cowboys Sunday night, week 1, or Giants-Cowboys Thanksgiving, I'll take week 1. I hate when my team plays
Thanksgiving.
on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So funny, I enjoy it. Even though like it's pressure, I think it's fun.
Because you can give me unnecessary agita while I've got a full stomach. You know what I mean?
You think at this stage you still feel that way? I feel like at this point you're just happy you're going to have a day off from the Devils.
Listen,
you're probably traveling with the Devils.
It's not a bad point. But if the Giants are playing meaningful games, now we're talking it's November. Giants are battling the Cowboys for first place.
See what's funny? I'm the opposite. I don't like when we suck and we play on Thanksgiving and we're just there to get beat up and it's like a meaningless game. When we're good, we're playing meaningful football, I like get hyped to have them on Thanksgiving. It's fun. But I not to say it's not nerve-wracking, but like I'm not like I truly believe in my heart. Not believe. I know. I love my team, the Commanders, as much as Dave Rothenberg loves the Giants.
Right.
It's not a thing of misery for me. It's a thing I truly still enjoy, and I'm in a bad mood for a couple hours after they lose, and I move on with my life until the next day. I am able to still enjoy the whole thing. That being said, I don't hate the tradition. I don't hate that you get Giants-Cowboys early every year. It's a solid rivalry game for everybody. Locally in both markets, nationally, it's a decent game. It's solid.
Listen, I'm not like I was when I was a kid. Giants lose, I didn't want to go to school the next day. Like, just devastated. But there are games where, it's aggravating. Like, let's say they lose the game the way they lost to the Cowboys last year, where they play great, they get to overtime, and then they wet the bed, and the Cowboys win. It's going to bother me. And I don't want to be bothered with a full belly of turkey and alcohol. Or, like this year, having to go hop on a plane to go wherever, and maybe watching the game in a hotel room, and I got a game the next afternoon, and not being able to sleep because they missed a 30-yard field goal that would have won the game.
Do the Giants really affect you like that? Still?
If it's a game like the game in overtime they lost to the Cowboys last year, where it's going to bother me.
Well,
to the extent like
that one was unusual. Though.
I mean, they get blown out 40-0. All right, we sink, whatever. They lose a game, and now they're 10-1 instead of 10-0, whatever. That's all nice.
You think you're going to be that poorly coached?
No, but you could lose. Listen, Tom Coughl's a good coach. They lost games that aggravate you to no end because of a mistake by a player or just circumstances. The ball bounces the wrong way. I don't want to be aggravated on a holiday. I don't want to be aggravated while I'm traveling. That's all I'm saying.
People feel that way. It's not an unusual feeling.
I don't want to be aggravated on a holiday, so I don't want my team playing on a holiday.
Yeah. What is wrong with that? I said if I'd rather have
I don't
week
want
one
this aggravation.
I think I think it is a 50-50 split for people. I think half the people will be like, "Ooh, fun! I get to see my team play." The other half is like, I'll enjoy the football in the background.
I need to. You know what? I need to know this. This is good 5 o'clock fodder.
Go ahead.
I need to know if there are fans that feel the same way Don does.
Oh, for
because there's people that love it. My team's playing on a big national
I'm telling you, it's going to be 50-50.
There are fans that would rather not play on Thanksgiving or Christmas or any of like the big national moment, national stages, Sunday night, Monday night, whatever you want to call it, because I don't want this aggravation.
I used to love Monday night. Now I don't enjoy it at all.
Really?
No, we suck. We were Cousins never won a game. Kirk Cousins never won a Monday night game.
That's different.
So I went 5 years without winning on Monday night.
Yeah, all right. That I get.
The Daniels era has been off to a better start.
I don't think you could have had a worse Monday night than I did.
No.
You can't.
You should never want.
You can't tell me a regular season Monday night game that crushed either one of you more than 9/11 2024 did to me.
No, it's a nightmare.
Crushed my soul.
Can't be
or
worse.
2023, I should say.
Well, but the Giants and Jets battled that year for primetime disaster. You had the 40-0 blowout to Dallas with Daniel Jones just face down in the mud.
That's where
with the head coach with the
soft serve
in your pants.
Yeah.
The head coach was laughing, going, I just want to see him out there. I think they might kill him. And that way, I won't have to start Jones next week if they kill him dead on the field. That was what they were doing. So they had that, and then the Jets said, hold on one second, we can outdo that. Our quarterback can just have his legs snapped off, and our dreams can end.
4 plays in. 4 plays in. How about
I
we
gotta
just
say,
end the season?
The New York football special. It's been special.
It's been.
Or again, this is a first world problem. Having to watch the Giant game on Thanksgiving on my iPad on a plane.
Well,
I don't want to do that.
Well, I mean,
because you're traveling for your team.
You got life to live.
You're right.
Well, I'm saying, but if I don't have to worry about that if they're not playing. Yeah. I'm always traveling Thanksgiving night. Because I did it with the Rangers all the time. Because the Rangers always played in the afternoon on the Black Friday.
Does every NHL team play on Thanksgiving?
Not everyone, but it's usually a pretty full boat because nobody plays on Thursday.
So on
Thursday is usually a pretty big day in the NHL.
It's a Wednesday, Friday situation, same as the NBA. NBA is a big Wednesday night and Friday afternoon schedule.
Yeah. So the Devils were in Buffalo, so I was on a plane to Buffalo.
Oh, you got to love that. Nothing like a flight to Buffalo right after
Thanksgiving. Well, they were nice. We didn't leave until 6, so I still got to spend time with the family.
Good.
And I went with the team, so I didn't have to worry about the commercial aspect
is nice.
of it. But still, I want to I want to relax. Can I watch my team at home?
I think many people will agree with you.
1-800-919-3776. We got the Knicks to talk about. What another huge game. 7 straight wins, franchise record. It's all happening. It's Danhausen and Rosenberg till 7 o'clock. Then it's Dan Grassa here on ESPN New York.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson. What's up, Knicks fans? This is Josh Hart.
Knicks fans, it's Mikal Bridges,
and this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End. because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. No relief on the LIE eastbound in Nassau County, right after New Hyde Park Road. Still have a crash out there blocking the left and HOV lanes. Add that to the roadwork on the eastbound side in the right lane by the Clearview in Queens. Slow crawl there from the BQE on through. Looks like a crash on the belt westbound right after JFK, slowing you down heading over to Cross Bay Boulevard. Bumper to bumper there from Sunrise Highway. Then you've got some more pockets of slowdowns westbound heading over to the Verrazano in Brooklyn. Inbound Georgia, about 10 to 15 for the upper deck. Best of it's the outbound side, still the Henry Hudson and southbound Egan. Outbound Lincoln will run you about 15 to 20. Outbound Hone, 20 to 30. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, fellas. I like that.
It's Tully time.
The only local game, Yankees-O's, that's going to be at 6:35. But obviously, Knicks fans are going to be taking a look at what the Pistons and Cavaliers are doing. So that's almost like a de facto local game, right? Because it could affect the Knicks and when they play and all that.
I do think this is sort of like, you're watching now with curiosity and maybe picking a team you'd like to see and root for it, depending on which way you want to go. So, yeah, I do think this is a game you're going to watch.
Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Knicks, obviously a big story, but I guess we were at Stout. So it was during the Atlanta series. It wasn't the last time we were at Stout. It was the week before, where I had kind of thrown out to you, how good are the Yankees? Because their record says they're one of the best teams in the league, and I think at that time, the best team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
But they had a losing record against the Rays. They had a losing record against the A's at the time that they were good. And now you see what happened this weekend. They got swept by the Brewers. A couple of competitive games, obviously. Lost in the ninth inning last night, lost the next inning.
Yeah, Bednar looked like he was about to take him into the 10th, and then kaboom.
Yeah. But, teams with a winning record right now, the Yankees are 1-8. So they are taking advantage of a very weak American League. Now, they lost first place because the Rays just don't lose.
They do not lose.
But
it's crazy.
Is it now, as we fast forward 2 weeks later, that you're kind of just interested? I'm interested. Exactly how good is this team? Now, Bill Parcells always said, we always reference it, you are what your record says you are, and that's true. But when you see 1-8 against winning teams, and you see how bad the American League is with just 3 teams that are above 500 and the National League clearly better, is it worth a conversation to say the Yankees may not be as good as their record? Good team, but are they as good as their record says they are?
I'm trying to figure this out because I'm looking at the standings, and why does it, this is MLB, Because it's 1-8, but this says record against greater than 500 teams is 1-5. That doesn't make sense. Is it at the time you played them?
Yeah, I guess at the time you played them.
Right. So when they played the Rays, were they not over 500, or the A's were they not over 500?
I'm not sure
at the time, because it is 1-8. But anyway, and the Rays have beaten the teams that they're 5-1. It says when playing a team with a winning record. So the Rays have definitely done a really good job, and now it's got to get the Yankees' attention. But I'm not looking at bad sign or bad series. I say bad series. You got a bunch of injuries. Spencer Jones is getting his first look.
Yeah, one
Judge
for 9
is still hitting
with 5 strikeouts for Jones. He did have an RBI.
Which kind of sounds on brand, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
The Bednar thing, he looked like he was in control in that ninth, and then all of a sudden just gave up the home run. It's 2 walk-off losses. Rodon wasn't great, yet they still were 3-3. So I'm not turning it into last year when they were. They lost to the Red Sox and the Blue Jays. Couldn't beat either one of those teams. I'm not ready to do that because I really think this is a good team.
No, they are a good team. I'm just saying that when you see the best record in baseball,
no, I don't like it.
It kind of felt like, you look at the Yankees.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They're going to roll over everybody. Well, you know what? This might be a lot like 2 years ago where they may roll over everybody, but then you get to the World Series, you're going to face maybe a better team.
Yeah.
Based on coming from the better league. There are 8 teams in the National League are above 500. 3 of them all in the Central, by the way. And there's only 3 in the American League. Clearly, the National League seems to be better. Now,
I don't love it.
No, I just an observation.
Their expected win-loss, by the way, is only 2 games off what they are.
Yeah, but it's an odd thing. But it just, and as far as the Mets are concerned, I know a lot of Met fans that are optimistic. The Grimace crowd.
That we're going to call
by the way, that's more insulting than you may realize. Donnie's the moron crowd.
They won 2 series out west, and now they're still 10 games under. They went 5-4. Not good enough. Not good enough.
Okay,
all right,
no.
They took 2 or 3 from the Angels, 2 or 3 from the Rockies. Okay, not good enough. When you start as poorly as you do, and you play lousy teams, you got to do better. If you're ever going to turn it around, you're still right now, as we speak, on May 11th. Worst team in Major League Baseball. All right, and you're only 40 games in. There's still 122 games left. But if you're going to make up ground, man, you're going to have to go on a little bit of a run here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they're coming home, but they can't hit. They cannot hit. They can pitch pretty well. That's a good sign. But they can't hit. They also hit no home runs. 0. So I don't see it. I think they'll play better because I don't think they're the worst team in baseball, guys. But as far as playing themselves into the playoffs, playing themselves back to 500, you're going to have to show me a lot more than you show me right now. I know Lindor is hurt, but what was the stat? Like in that series against the Diamondbacks, Bichette and Soto were 0 for 20?
Yeah, I saw. I saw that
good.
one.
Not good.
No.
So while you're watching the Knicks beat everybody like a drum, the local baseball teams didn't have the greatest of weekends.
Not a good
Yankees
weekend.
got swept. And the Mets dropped 2 or 3 in
Mets
Arizona.
have the second lowest run scored total in all of baseball.
No, that's actually, I think it's like around 3. Might be less now.
139.
But what is that average per game? Did you do the math quick?
No, I didn't do the math quick.
You didn't do that at LAU? Listen, I don't even try. I'm so bad at math, I don't even try.
Yeah. No,
but,
it's they played 40 games.
Right. So that should be easy math, no?
Go ahead.
No, I'm not
I'll wait
doing
for
it.
you.
I'm asking you, man.
Yeah,
Ramapo got you. Come on. What do you got?
It's not Ramapo's fault. It's my fault.
I'm not a math guy.
I'm not a math guy.
There's a drop.
And
do the math.
I was, that if you're not good at something, move on to something else. And I did that at a very early age. I'm like, this isn't going to work for me.
I hate math.
And then right when I was in grammar school, Peter, they invented the calculator, and I said to myself, "What are we doing?
Yeah. Why are we wasting?
It's right there.
Yeah, we don't need.
It's so easy.
No, math
I'm
helps.
awful at math.
Math helps you work problems out and think things through.
3.4
I can't count or do math.
runs per game.
There
you go.
But watching them, it feels like it should be less than that. Oh no, honestly.
When you're watching, it feels like
sometimes I dream for 3 runs. If they had 3 runs on Saturday, they would have won the game.
Do you ever look like when you look at their roster and you see certain names? Do you ever stop and say to yourself, like Sean Manaea, how did that fall off? How did that fall off? That didn't it feel like 2 weeks ago where he found his new arm angle and all of a sudden like he was a different guy and this is amazing and then gone. Like, as fast as it came back,
you can't Jimmy switch stuff, man. Like it's there or it's not.
But it blows your mind though, doesn't it? Like he looked like he found it and then he came back the next year and nope, gone.
Well, maybe the Mets catch a break. We'll see. During this homestand, you get the Hamburglar to throw out the first pitch, and maybe it'll all turn around.
Are you kidding me? It'll be a dream.
Maybe. I don't know. What borderline porn social media star needs to throw out the first pitch?
Get Mia Khalifa out there to throw out the first pitch, see what happens.
All right.
Hey, how bad could it get?
They're not big enough for her.
Wow. That says a lot.
She's not slumming.
You think she's
not slumming with the Mets?
Yeah,
that's what you meant.
Okay, got it. Because that was a confusing.
I didn't know what you were referencing.
I felt like they were.
Did I say it wrong?
No.
They're not big enough for her.
No,
you see what
you're doing it again?
Oh, I see what I did.
No.
You know what?
I don't think you saw it.
Big enough for me. But
Wait a minute.
The Mets, they're my team. Get it? Back in an hour? Hour back? Get it? The difference I call you now in an hour. Back, get it?
Please don't do it.
Justin in Massapequa. You're on ESPN New York.
Let's go Cowboys. Can't wait for that game to start the season. I think.
All right, let's go to.
Well, I was going to say, you disconnected? I was going to say,
hung up.
You know,
is that bad?
How many? Well,
yeah, I wanted to hear where he was going with this.
I wanted him to hear me say, did you enjoy any of the Super Bowls you won in the last 30 years?
Well, that's your guy's guy, Justin from Massapequa.
I did not disconnect it.
You met him at a wrestling event, Peter. That's not nice.
Oh, no.
So you're Justin, your guy disconnected.
Bad guy, Peter.
You lost another fan.
Bad guy, Peter.
That's tough.
Oh no, I didn't realize.
You want to go scorched earth? You want to hang up on Spike?
No, but see, find Justin again. I didn't realize that was my guy.
Find Justin?
Call him back.
I mean, every line's full. But Justin, call back. I didn't know it was you.
Anthony, give Justin a call. We have his number, right?
Get him on the line.
Listen, by the way, this is why we can't be great. I just want to be clear. This is why we can't be great. You have other sports talk shows. They literally threaten to kill people who call their shows. I have one funny moment where someone goes, about the Cowboys, and I just hang up. Think it can be funny. No. Now Peter has to feel bad because I'm friends with the guy. Well, because we don't want to be great.
Let
we
me
don't want to be great.
Something.
We're your good old friendly sports talk shows. Those do so well. Look around, guys, at the algorithm. Everyone's talking about the friendly sports talk hosts who are buddies and never hang up on anyone. I have one moment, and now it's my guy.
But right,
that's what I get.
But let me ask you this, because I'm 100% behind this little rant you got.
Okay.
But if you knew it was Justin, would you have done it?
No.
All right.
But you guys can have but you should say, don't worry. I should be apologizing. You should say, don't worry about it.
I was still laughing at Don's misspeak.
Well, I wasn't even a misspeak. It was
so good.
I'm striving
Justin,
for
call
great
back.
radio.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was you.
I'm trying to get the great radio, so.
You got there.
No, you did it.
You don't know if they're big enough.
You don't realize you did it, but you did it.
Derek in Harlem, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, Derek?
What's up? Listen, I just want us to be positive. I know we all have PSTD, and we're New York people, so we don't trust anything. Like, we walk outside every day, and we feel that somebody's trying to, sell us something. And I get it, Alan. I'm a Jets fan, too. We always think Lucy's going to take the football away.
Always.
But, Don, even look at you just now. You was going on a rant about the Giants. They didn't even do nothing yet.
Well, that's the thing.
Let's just try something different. Let's try. But hold on, hear me out. Let me ask you this, Alan. All the older people in my family, they're like, I don't trust the Knicks. I don't trust it. And all the younger people, they're trusting it because they haven't been through the heartbreak so much like that. But all the older people are saying, I never see them play like this before. Because with the Knicks, it's always a tough, hard battle. This is so scary to us because we don't know, hey, is this supposed to be happening? There's something around the corner. There's something around the corner that's going to happen.
Hey, what do I always say? It's not the Knicks playoffs if it's not excruciating. And for some reason, we've had 2 weeks of the most just sit back and enjoy a playoff basketball, which I can't remember ever being this relaxed.
I know.
It almost feels weird.
I'm just trying to never mind the history. Winning a championship is hard. I'm trying to. It deserves more syllables than just one, right? That's how hard it is to win. And it's even harder to slay a dragon. So for people that are thinking, we're winning, how could we be beaten? Because you can be beaten because it's hard to win a championship. So that's all we're trying to tell you. It has nothing to do with the history. They could play this well and still not win because there's another team in the league playing just as well as they are, and that's Oklahoma City. And guess what? They're coming off winning a championship. They know how to do it.
Yep.
So
and on the
it's
way
hard.
on the way they dealt with how tough it was. They were down 2-1 in a series. They lost by 40 in one of their games. A Pacer team that no one thought was going to the finals took them 7 games.
Now, what I like is that when you face adversity again, and you will at some point, if you tell me they're going to win a championship, they will face some sort of adversity. And on the day after that game, I want to hear the same attitude.
Keep that energy.
Not, well, who's going to replace Mike Brown, or can we get Giannis in the offseason? All right, that's what I want to see. If they fall behind 2-1 to Detroit in the conference final, I want the same energy today and not what we saw when they were down 2-1 to Atlanta. All right, so that's what we're talking about. It's easy right now to thump your chest and go, man, chill out. We're good. We're great.
No.
You just won by 1,000 points last night. But there will be adversity. That's going to happen. It's just that's why it's so hard to win. Otherwise, everybody would win. Let's go to Merv in Queens. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, Merv?
What's going on, fellas? How you guys feeling? Thank you for taking the call.
Good. You too, man. Thank you.
A great weekend. It feels fake. No screaming, no body tension. Went to the bathroom a few times during the game. This is
good for you.
It's out of this world. Yeah. And Alan, I'm sorry. It's one of the few times I disagree with you. And I know you're a class act and the respect, but Brunson wins a championship. It dwarfs anything. I don't know. It could be in sports. And I know you're being respectful to Clyde. Maybe you do believe it, Clyde and Willis. But for me, and just, I'm 46 years old, and since I'm the age of 9, is just suffering and suffering. And I don't know if you guys ever saw the Eddie Murphy stand-up where he's talking about, when you haven't eaten for so long and you grab that cracker.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Ritz cracker?
That is delicious.
So, yeah, quick point, man. It was a story on ESPN a few years back. Maybe you guys are familiar with it. I'm just on the verge of, getting excited and happy. It was a father and son thing about the Chicago Cubs and them not winning for 100 years. And the father told the son, please, if I die and they don't win, come to my gravesite if they're on the verge of winning one. And I lost my wife at the age of 42 2 years ago to breast cancer, and she knew how crazy I was for them. And I don't want to put it down on the show. I'm actually happy telling it because hopefully it puts that she told me the same thing. She goes, if they're ever about on the verge to win, or a finals or something, please come radio, phone-wise, this and make sure it's next to me. And there's tons of people in New York that sports are everything and an escape and this, grind of a life, this and that. Man, it would be beyond, and I really think in New York we would feel like earthquake type tremor.
Yeah,
man. And you guys do a great job. And Alan, I was watching on the post game, man. You look like you wanted to scream, but you're so freaking professional. You remain buttoned up. And
I felt like I didn't have enough energy. Like I watched it back, and I'm like, man, there's not enough energy there. Like I should have had more energy.
Well, you've been through a lot, buddy.
You're trying to just.
You need this week. Never mind OG. You need this week.
Yeah.
You need a nice break.
Get to be home every night with Stephanie in the bed.
Well,
look at you.
Won't
Nothing
be rested.
better than that.
There'll be another kid on the way.
Hey, I told you if they win.
Yeah,
you're having another one.
Baby
Jalen.
That's right.
Spike in St. Pete, you're on ESPN New York. What's up, buddy?
Well, I have to start this off with a famous movie quote after listening on hold. Stanley Kubrick's one of my favorite directors of all time. And in my favorite movie, Dr. Strangelove, he had a great quote which was applicable 5 minutes ago. No fighting in the war room. So, that one does you didn't look like you were lack of energy. You look like you've been working your ass off.
Right, exactly.
And we're all drained, even a guy after a screen. But what I enjoyed the most out of it is, I forgot the guy's name, Daryl Morey, and then what's his name still there? The kid from Peekskill, Elton Brand. I think he's still there.
Yes.
I love Nick Nurse, and everything came right for him, and everything was great. Perfect example of a one and done. But how do you leave a coach like that with no bench? I mean, really. Quentin Grimes, okay, whatever. We kept Deuce and we made the right move because I love Deuce. He obviously can do a lot of things. But that's a crime not to give a coach of that stature a bench, and what the strategy was, that, Alan. You saw it right away. You pointed it out. Paul George, I said today, 2 games, he scores all his points in the first quarter, and he's out of breath by the end of the second quarter. So let's put that one in the bank. And I said this I think Cleveland's going to come back and make it a longer series. It's a long shot if they win. Wow. But if you took Cleveland's roster and Detroit's roster after Cunningham, and I'll give you Donovan Mitchell, the Knicks have the next 4 best players. That's my opinion. But think about it a little bit. And I don't know if they'll win 8 in a row more. They'll win 8 out of whatever the minimum number is to win 2 7-game series.
Just got to go 4 out of 7.
Alan, Elvis Presley's great song, It's Now or Never. This is a great chance. So let's enjoy it and not jump ahead some of these callers. You got every which way from Sunday an opinion. Enjoy it. And whatever about Paul Clyde Frazier, I'm going to defend my baby boomers. He had the greatest 7th-game closeout game ever.
You would have not. People don't realize the numbers that he put up, the shooting efficiency that he had in that game, the amount of steals, and oh, by the way, all he was doing was guarding Jerry West and Elgin Baylor. Like, I'm sorry. Tonight's matchup, Pistons and Cavs, 8 o'clock on NBC. Cavs are favored, 3.5. And the ESPN analytics have Detroit favored 56.1%. That feels close, right?
Yeah.
That feels close. And we shall see.
And, of course, Detroit up 2-1. So far, it's been a home series with the home team winning the first 3 games. 1-800-919-3776. More of your calls. 6 o'clock, we got ENN. Take you up until 7 o'clock. And then it's Dan Grassa on ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the 2nd consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner 3. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry-O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Right now, all FanDuel customers can get 2 30% profit boosts to use before the golf tournament begins this week. Use them on top finishes like top 5, 10, 20, and more, and back the golfers you think will be in the mix come Sunday. Plus, the FanDuel app makes it nice and easy to place your other favorite wagers on golf as well. All FanDuel customers can get 2 30% profit boosts to use before the golf tournament begins this week. Use them on top finishes like top 5, 10, 20, and more, and back the golfers you think will be in the mix come Sunday. Because in a tournament like this, it's not just about who wins, it's about who stays near the top. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get started. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn, paycheck after paycheck, and you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win. A lot.
You've been stuck inside all winter. Now it's time to get back out walking, working, and living. But if you have joint pain, sciatica, back pain, and still holding you back, you don't have to live like that. I'm Bart Scott, and Dr. J. Shaw at Soundwell Pain is the real deal. Ivy League trained, double board certified with non-surgical treatments that get real results. No cuts, no downtime, no pain medication. Just a smart, targeted approach to get you moving again. Same day or next day appointments are available. Go to SoundwellPain.com. Don't let pain vent you this spring.
Tricon Construction is expanding across New Jersey, taking on larger, more complex commercial projects and delivering at a big league level. If you're a developer who values precision, accountability, and execution, you need a construction partner who understands what's at stake, timelines, capital, reputation. That's Tricon. They're building the right way with experienced leadership, disciplined project management, and a team that shows up ready. Serious projects, serious results. Visit TriconBuilds.com, TriconBuilds.com.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. Just an awful ride on the BQE in Brooklyn. Eastbound said right before the Brooklyn Bridge by Cadman Plaza. Big crash in the left lane involves a mini school bus, a yellow cab, and a bunch of other cars. Traffic is jammed there and backed up onto the inbound Gowanus. Westbound said just bumper to bumper with everybody stopping to take a look. Still have this crash on the belt westbound in Queens right after JFK over by Lefferts Boulevard. Hitting the brakes there, heading over to Cross Bay Boulevard from Sunrise Highway. Worst ride to the outbound George Cross Bronx westbound, slam from White Plains Road on through. Inbound George in pretty good shape for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln already about 15 to 20 minutes. Outbound Hahn 20 to 30. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends May 31st, 2026.
So Say It Ain't So from
Say It Isn't
Daryl
So.
Hall and John Oates. Say.
They were so good.
Isn't, not ain't. They're proper.
Say It Isn't So.
Yeah. Well, the reason I went there is because in the video, they do kind of reenact the whole Shoeless Joe Jackson when they say it ain't so, Joe.
Oh.
And that's the quote.
I like that.
I did not know that.
But they were very proper.
But that's not how we spoke in the 80s.
Why did you play Say It Isn't So by Hall & Oates?
Philadelphia group.
Oh.
Wow. So this is what you've been doing today.
And it's them saying Say It Isn't So.
Outside of Total Eclipse, everything else has been Philly.
Which
even,
I didn't.
Wait. Even Ain't No Stopping Us Now?
Oh, yeah. They're a Philadelphia group.
Wow.
What? Did not know that.
Which, by the way, they wrote Backstabbers for the OJs.
This guy.
He's doing all
He's
the
working.
work.
He does his work.
He just didn't listen for that one segment.
The
But
one
otherwise, he's
segment,
been good.
No idea what we were
The Michael Brownshire segment, yeah.
What was Brownshire talking about? Honestly, I love Brownshire.
But what could it have been?
But
what is
how
he
good
saying
could it
that's
have been
more
to be
interesting
better than
this
this?
show? Yeah, really. I can imagine.
Your guys' favorite topic, music.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, the irony.
You know what?
What can you do?
It is kind of a godsmack if you think about it.
Yeah. Can't really do much about that.
No.
Subi in Midtown. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, I want to touch on two things. First of all, Michael's status quo, okay. Regarding the Yankees, 95 games, he's predicting that. Okay, that's fine. What about the playoffs? Does Judge need protection in the lineup, and will they make that move that they need to make? There's plenty of players out there that are low contract, low risk, high volume.
High is right.
Well, Stanton's going to be back at some point.
Okay.
Right? And
he's always that guy in the playoffs.
And the thing is, if it's a problem, Subi, they're more equipped than the Rays to make a deal at the deadline, right? Because they're not going to be afraid to add salary if they have to.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't worry about it. I think it's somewhat concerning that their record is so poor against teams with winning records. And I do want to mention one thing, from a fan of the show, B. Dilly. He reminded us that it's the records now. When they played them, they may not have been under 500, but now they are 500, 40 games into the season. But still.
I think that's what the 1-5 represented, is at the time they weren't 500.
Right. And this has been a thing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Because as good as the Yankees are, I wonder if they're a byproduct of a weaker league. We saw it a couple of years ago. They beat the Guardians, they beat the Royals, and then they lose in 5 games to the Dodgers. I know it's only 40 games, and it could flip, but right now the American League seems to stink. Nobody's good. It's just unfortunate for them that the best team in the league is in their division, so they're actually a second-place team. It's just an observation. Correct me if I'm wrong. I never said, are they fugazi? I just said, are they as good as their record says they are? And I think it might be a little exaggerated by the fact that they are in a bad league. But
you got to take it in context, Don. Your closer gave up. Closer was on the verge of extending the game and gave up a home run. That'll happen throughout the course of a season. Your starter, who is going to be at some point effective third or fourth starter in Rodon, was making his first start, and he didn't have control. He had issues, so you had it early. Judge gives you an early lead, and then he gives it back. Right? So I'm not going to get hysterical about stuff like that. Your lineup is a little bit incomplete right now because of the injuries. I'm not overreacting to anything that happened this weekend.
I just asked the question.
The Rays thing bothers me, though. If you want to ask me what bothers me, I'll give you that. I'll give you the fact that the Rays right now, because they are historically a needle, a little thorn in your side, and they're that little freaking annoying team. We let you play in our freaking stadium. Right. Stop being annoying. But that's what they are.
But
that's going to be a theme all season.
I'll believe it.
That's what I'm worried about.
And 40 games is one thing. 162 is quite another.
Okay.
But just an example, everything that you said that happened this weekend, if you're playing the Orioles, you probably sweep the series, and we're talking about, the Yankees just continue to roll, but you play a really good team, and you know what? Those mistakes, those things are going to burn you because the team that you're playing might be a little bit better than you.
And that dude throwing 105
it's
Friday
crazy.
night? Are you kidding me?
Listen, there's a lot. There is some amazing.
By the way, what's the countdown on his TJ?
Oh, tomorrow.
Jeez.
After throwing that hard over the weekend?
Over the conversation that we had about the Giants and the schedule, and you don't like it when your team plays on holidays and Monday night. We have a couple of responses to this that I got on social.
Go ahead.
Interesting.
So B. Dilly said, being an out-of-market fan, I generally welcome any Sunday night, Monday night. Pat's game makes it possible for me to just watch on TV at home.
Well, that's a different story.
Thanksgiving is tough, though. The earlier night windows are doable, but mid-afternoon slot is a killer. TM Podcast says, as a Jaguars fan living in New York, you guys sound ridiculous, spoiled talking about how you hate when your team is on national TV.
Well, I only hate it because it's inconvenient sometimes. You're a Jacksonville Jaguar fan. Why? Natro Means saved you in a burning building.
He's a Brunel guy.
But
also, I don't know. It's just fans talking about what their preferences. It's not that
just
deep.
preference. This is me. And then I'm on a show and I got a microphone.
Well, by the way,
New York too. You can be spoiled. You're supposed to be spoiled.
Well,
You're a New Yorker.
Don't worry about it now because Dallas will be playing Philadelphia.
Yes, we got leakage. We got more leakage
because we're playing the reindeer games.
Oh, we got leakage.
The 4:30 Thanksgiving game is going to be Eagles-Cowboys. Get two teams you hate in the same building.
You can enjoy Thanksgiving watching these two because you're going to feel good when one of them loses.
No matter how you cut it.
Doesn't matter, right?
God, I take the fans out of it because there's still more aggravating Cowboy fans than Eagle fans, believe it or not.
Okay.
In New York, I hate the Eagles more.
Do you really?
Yeah, no, it's become...
That's really become a thing.
I'm sorry,
they're so much better, too.
Yeah, you go 30 years without a championship. Cry me a river.
Yeah,
right?
Who cares? Why waste our energy hating the Cowboys? I'm with you.
Listen, I'm just throwing stats out there. Listen, my team's been a colossal embarrassment. But we've won a championship.
In this century.
We've actually won
two.
So
the Eagles.
But the Eagles have been a thing. That's the one thing that Giants and Commanders and Cowboy fans
we can all come together.
Can all hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
Well, they have
about
a
our
coach,
hatred for the Eagles.
punchable face coach, right?
Oh,
it already starts there.
It's a punches
nozzle coach.
Nozzle coach.
Super Bowl, competing for a Super Bowl every year.
Every
seems
year.
like
Painfully annoying fan base. Like if you ever wanted to see like the demise of the Eagles, have the link filled with Giants fans chanting defense and let's go Giants in that building.
And you know what? Honestly, the Barkley thing is like the least of it for me. That's not.
No,
that's
just
not,
like
it's
icing.
It's a drop
Icing.
in the bucket.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't even bother you. Not even a little.
No,
bit.
I didn't say that.
You said a drop in the bucket
compared to all the other reasons.
Look how cool guy Aaron Boone's being today.
Oh my God.
What's going on? Speaking of Philadelphia being nozzles, love you, Aaron. What are we doing here? I mean, look, come on. You tell me that's you might put him in the link right now.
Honestly,
for those who are not watching that, his hat is up
on the
back,
back,
Tory
back
hat.
a little.
He's
bit.
wearing the Tory hat.
It's way up and back, so he's got a huge forehead, about an 8 head.
Yeah,
and then he's got sunglasses on,
dark
but they're
shades.
not typical sunglasses.
No.
They've got a little fashion to them.
I would say, listen, if the sun is
and
right,
I can tell the sun's not right in his eyes. I can tell.
Well, let's just say he's Aaron Boone, right? He's been the manager since 2018. We're talking about a long time. If the sun's directly in his eyes, you know what you do?
Hey guys,
let's move someplace
turn this
else
way.
rather than look like that. And I love the guy.
But no,
if the sun was in his eyes, you'd put the brim of the hat down.
It's a great point.
Not sit it up at the top of your head.
No, he's feeling it. He's feeling it. I think he's about to pull out a heater.
He looks like a dead end kid. It's hard to explain.
I love him. I love what he's doing, but it's a lot.
I love what he's doing, but it is a lot. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a good look. It's just it's too much at once.
I mean, for a dad, this is like a father of 4.
Listen, do the hat.
I mean, he's doing a lot right now.
Do the hat. Do the glasses. Don't do both. It's too much.
Tremendous. Well,
the only thing he should do right now, if he wants to take to the next level, is turn the hat around. I might take a picture and send it to him. My man,
you gotta listen. Well, at least we noticed. Everybody else is too inside baseball.
What are you going to do?
Ask you a question, Aaron.
What are you going to say?
He got swept by the Brewers, Aaron. What about Spencer Jones, Aaron? They probably don't even. They just see a figment of a person. Like they're so captivated by the baseball, all they see is like a haze of Aaron Boone.
Are you going to send him? What are we doing here? Is that what you're going to say?
No, I think it's going to be. I see what you're doing.
I see what you're doing there. Say, when's the goatee coming in? Right? Like doesn't that scream? Like a full on.
Well, no. I'm going to turn the hat around. Just go backwards right now.
There you go.
Backwards hat.
Yeah, flip it around.
Oh, it's
rally cap.
It's quite the thing. Turn on yes if you get a chance. To keep the YouTube going.
Oh, of course.
Oh, Justin from Massapequa is back.
Justin,
after he was
I'm
insulted
sorry.
by Peter.
Justin, I'm sorry. Welcome back.
I'll say let's go Commanders, Peter, because I don't want to get hung up on again. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm excited for that first game. Can't wait. And if Caleb Downs turns out to be what people say he was in college, I think we're going to have a good defense, and he's going to be a good pass rusher. And I just wanted to tell you, Hahn, that Craig DeRemus is my cousin, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Terrific coach.
Yep.
Terrific coach. Tell him I said hello.
All right, I will.
Thanks for the call, Justin. Sorry about the hang-up, my friend.
Call back.
DeRemus worked for the Rangers for a while.
Oh, yeah?
And then he ran the Titans in the junior hockey. He won a championship. Did a great job there. So he's a good coach.
What's he doing now?
He's coaching. Yeah, I don't remember. I think he's still coaching in juniors, maybe. But, yeah, he's coaching.
I sent it to Boone, a picture of him.
Yeah.
He said, I see what you're doing here, my guy. One notch from turning the hat around and throwing a smoke behind the ear. Tuck a little heater in there, you know what I mean?
See if it replies.
Mid-game, a little.
It's too close to game.
Speaking of nozzle now, like what do we feel about what happened this weekend in Philadelphia when it comes to fans driving down? We were getting calls on Friday.
Yeah, right.
Like, is that first of all, we all know that's as emasculating as possible for a franchise, right? To have your building literally taken over.
It's not your building anymore.
But in a playoff. But second of all, like as far as is there any other fan base that could do that type of a takeover?
It's interesting.
And it's not just, and here's why let me add the addendum. Because could you see any other sport allowing it to happen when it comes to local. Now, Northeast, because I think in the South, it's all up for grabs, right? Those stadiums, you could take them over. But up here, Boston, Philly, Washington, like places like that, when these are established franchises, I don't think the Yankees could take over Citizens Bank.
They couldn't.
You couldn't do
because I don't think the Phillies. We were talking about a playoff game. If the Phillies are awful and the Yankees are great,
it was 2-0 in Game 3 on a Friday night.
In a regular season game, I could see the Mets or the Yankees taking over Citizens Bank. If the Phillies are awful, I could see if the Eagles are a terrible football team.
Well, you need the
Giants or Jets taking over.
You need the motivation of I'm going to drive 2 hours down to Philly, buy a ticket, and walk in the building. You're not going to get that in a regular season, that motivation to want to do it.
Well, it's not that far away, and you've got a lot of Yankee fans that live in Central Jersey.
Was Baltimore the closest thing you could think of?
Baltimore, yeah. But we're talking a playoff game.
Yeah.
But there's the perfect storm of, as much as you want to compliment the Knicks for traveling well, the Sixers situation made it very interesting. There's no way could the Rangers take over a Flyer game? Yeah, the Rangers have enough fans to drive down there, but I don't think it would ever get to the point where
tickets available.
The Philly fans would turn on the Flyers. They gave them a standing ovation after getting swept because they overachieved.
Yeah.
But this Sixer thing goes back to the tanking and the whole process, and I think they're just kind of fed up with their team. So it was a perfect storm. But I think New York travels very, very well. I mean, I remember when the Giants played the Buccaneers in the playoffs. Back when they made their run in 2007, that was basically a home game. Giant fan. I think New York just travels well, period, because let's face it, the price of the tickets in New York, it's probably cheaper to get on a flight and go, or to just drive down the turnpike. Do you realize we had somebody call on Friday saying it was going to be their first Knicks game?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get to the Garden.
I want to hear from anybody that went to the games this weekend what that was like. So Wally Szczerbiak called Game 3. He went down and called that game on the radio with Tyler Murray. And Wally said, he described it like this. It was like being in a NCAA tournament game.
Right.
Where it's like Kansas versus Kentucky. So Kansas scores and the Kansas side of the arena starts cheering. And then Kentucky scores and that side of the arena starts cheering. He's like, it was 50-50 bipartisan. They were telling me Sunday it was 80-20 Knicks fans. So they had this Liberty Bell thing they do on the court before tip-off. They bring out this makeshift bell, and somebody like Cole Hamels did it on Friday night. He hit it 3 times with a hammer. They had, I think, 3 of the team moms came out, and they introduced them as Mother's Day. And so they all hit the bell, and the PA guy's like, let's hear it, and the whole place booed. Yeah, that's a takeover, man. I don't think I've ever seen it at that level.
Regular season, again, I've called Ranger games where the building, I was down in Atlanta, and the place was full, and the whole building was full.
Carolina's like that for Rangers games, right?
Yeah, Carolina, and it used to be before the Panthers got really good.
Yes.
Because Tampa's been good for a while, but with Rangers-Panthers, half the building would be Ranger, and most of them didn't have to travel. They lived down there anyway.
Right.
That was kind of the motivation of putting teams in the South. Because the feeling was, let's put a couple of teams in Florida because
Boston, New York, and Canadians all live
all down in Florida. They'll go to the games. But it was a perfect storm of the popularity of the Knicks. And I'm telling you, the Sixers situation is toxic. And they just turned on that team. And the fans reaped the benefits of it. 1-800-919-3776. Let's hear from you. I know a few people on hold talking about how they made the trip. Danhausen and Rosenberg until 7, and it's Dan Gross on ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner 3. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver, and we are all getting ready for the Mubadala, New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York, and can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Now, what is your role as driver of the U.S. Sail GP team?
So, as a driver, you kind of have two different roles. One is trying to help make sure that the boat is going, as fast as you can around the racetrack. And then in addition to that, it's kind of the decision maker on board and, using the information that I'm getting from the whole team and the coach booth to kind of make those split-second decisions around the racetrack.
It sounds like an awesome atmosphere. What's the energy going to be like sailing right at New York City?
There's no better feeling racing in front of the home crowd, representing our country and hearing their cheering through our headsets that we have on board is, it gives me the chills just thinking about it. So we're pumped.
We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
I used to think Philly was a sports town. I don't know if it is anymore.
This was like a soul-sucking type performance. You took everything out of them that you could possibly take and then left town in tatters.
This was crazy. I mean, Philly's like the little brother. To do that to that type of opponent is just cherry on top.
Bart Scott, Chris Carlin, weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087. Or simply visit TRA.com.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including Wild Turkey Bourbon, Citywide Window Cleaning, DraftKings, and Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine on ESPN New York.
I know this song. Is this the Sound of Philadelphia? SOP. Look at me.
I'm impressed. You know what you're doing. They don't give these jobs a chance.
I think this might be that might be one of the only instrumentals to hit number 1.
Didn't Rise? Didn't we say Rise did?
I thought that did.
No, I said one of.
I know.
Oh.
Well, I'm just impressed that we had another one.
Only. He didn't say the only. I see.
Yeah, he's up. Home slice.
I've heard back from the Yankee.
Oh, you did?
From the Yankee manager, yes.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's see.
But this close to game time is not nothing.
He's like Michael Kay. He's very active. I sent him the picture. I said,
He's very active.
I said, see what you're doing. You're one notch from turning the hat around and throwing smoke behind the ear. He responded with the hands up shrug.
He's a big
shrug emoji.
He's a big emoji gift guy.
I wrote, hope you're well, bud, in spite of the state of Philadelphia sports.
You know what? I don't know.
He said, all good here. Hope you're good, too.
Yeah,
Eagles are going to be good. Wait for it, though. I'm all in for the Knickerbockers. I wrote, me too. As a Celtics fan, still can't help but root for this team. And then I said, I got to bring my baby to her first Yankee game, by the way. He said, yes, you do. And you know what that means. Setting myself up for the schnurr, of course.
You're going to schnurr?
I think I only know him as an Eagle because obviously the Phillies is off the table. He's the Yankee manager, right? So he's not going to have a baseball affiliation.
No.
I don't.
You think he's like me?
The
only thing that's real is the football team. Everything else up for grabs.
I really don't.
There's a very strong Knick connection to the Yankees.
I'm just trying. Listen, obviously he's a fraud. Then if he's a Sixer fan, he's like all in on the Knicks, who just wiped the floor with your team. That doesn't make any sense. And then there was, I don't know the whole story, but there was when he was working up in Bristol. I think there was a producer or somebody. Somebody can correct this story if I'm wrong. That it worked up there, and his first name was Simon, so he nicknamed him Gagne. So I'm like, oh, well, he must like the Flyers. He knew that Simone Gagne was a Flyer. But that's all I have to go on with the Flyers. I think it's just the Eagles for him. And a general, because his dad played for the Phillies, a love of Philadelphia. But
you're calling him Rosenberg-like.
I think worse.
Wow.
You think really just one? Because I do love my other teams, just not the same way. You're saying you think it's just Eagles. And everything else.
Because I don't know if he roots for the Flyers or the Sixers. Do we have any evidence of that?
We got no proof.
I mean, honestly, if you weren't in well, I guess because he feels he's the manager of the Yankees, so he's got to be in on the Knicks.
He loves basketball. He plays basketball.
Well,
or
I
did.
I know. He played. Well,
sure.
That's one of the reasons Alex Rodriguez became a Yankee.
That is true. But I mean, that's it is something he's interested in. So I don't know. I do know. Again, there's a lot of Knick connections there with the Yankees, especially Josh Hart, obviously.
Well, listen, I'm sure
they've been around that team a lot.
If the Knicks are in the world, if the Yankees are in the World Series, I'm sure there's been Knicks that wish them luck and gone to games on an off day or something.
Brunson,
so
Hart,
I can't get on him for the same reason Peter feels allegiance to the Knicks because he's a New York guy now. Boone's going to do that.
Hard not to.
It seems odd they just swept the Sixers, and he's like, I'm
I know,
all
but in some way, the Sixers, did they even try? You can look at it like that.
Well, I don't want to take anything away from the Knicks. You lost like 40 points in your own building.
Did they care? That's what I'm saying.
No one cared.
By the way, it's on the table that the Sixers were rooting for the Knicks. That's the level of effort they showed up. They scrimmaged with them for the week to get them ready for Detroit.
Right.
I don't get my fat hands in your ENN. Okay?
Please. You get my hat. You can put your hands in whatever you want.
This might be an ENN spot for Andrew Gunling.
Oh.
To check in?
Oh, no.
Because I text him before the series started.
Yeah.
About the Sixers, and he texted back that he was all in on the Flyers, too.
Tough week.
I want to go back to, I want to give you the exact.
He had a tough weekend.
No, I never knew him. He's a Flyer fan, but they're clearly his fourth team. So I don't know if he'd have the feels over them getting swept. He might even be in the camp of people that were cheering them because they overachieved.
If I remember right, Don, was he not though a member of the Church of Process?
Oh.
He was very.
You had no other choice.
He was a pastor.
He was so he was not. He was definitely ordained then.
He's
so
okay.
So I tweeted him like a good luck because I hadn't talked to him in a while.
Sure.
And his tweet back thanks, and he says I've been obsessed with the Flyers, this Flyers team as well. So he was obsessed. So just when two teams that he's passionate about and he was obsessed with the Flyers. Went 0-8 in the second round of the playoffs, it might be a time to check in.
Give him a ring. Do a
check in on
wellness check.
But you don't want to.
You're the ultimate call.
You know what? I love what you've done.
Okay.
I'd been thinking we should talk to him during the series. The series ended quickly, so there's not a lot to do.
We just didn't have time.
Now, listen, he doesn't have good cell phone service at home. Let's hope that he's out and about. But Anthony,
he might be on the way home from work.
Anthony, if you don't mind reaching out, I'd be interested in popping Gunling on around maybe 6:10. See if he wants to jump in.
Yeah.
I would love that. I love hearing from Andrew.
And if it doesn't work out for ENN, we've got another 30 minutes after ENN.
Wow. You bet your ass we do.
Mohammed on Long Island. You're on ESPN New York. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for taking my call.
Always.
So I saw in Game 5, I think it was, against the Hawks. I said the Knicks took these guys well. You've seen it in their body language and everything. They were 1-2-3 Cancun. And I seen the same thing in Game 3 against the Sixers. I said they don't even want to play anymore. They wish that was Game 4. So the Knicks really took those guys well. But I really called to say I'm a Jets and a Mets fan. I don't have a basketball team. I'm a Kobe lifer. So Kobe made me fall in love with basketball. But since I'm 38 now, right? So I'm a Jets and a Mets fan. All I got is misery. And the Knicks have been in that with us. So now, Hahn, I find myself actively rooting against the Knicks, even though I don't really have a race in a horse. I mean, a race in a horse and a race.
Penalties a helmet.
Yeah. But the ceiling is the roof. But I wonder if any of you guys can sympathize with me about it. As a New Yorker, and just these three teams have already, and the Knicks have found it 4 straight years in the playoffs. I think 3 straight with a playoff series win. And the Mets and the Jets, we just can't get it right. I don't know if to feel energized that maybe we can get it right like the Knicks finally have, or should I just be depressed that we're still here down at the bottom?
You do you. I guess somebody disconnected him, or he just hung up, because I was going to ask him. He sounds like somebody that would agree with me that if you're a Ranger fan and not a basketball fan, that you'd be rooting against the Knicks because you wouldn't want somebody else in your own building to win a title. It sounds like Muhammad might have sided with that
was
one.
based on our fraud alert on Friday.
Right.
We had that conversation.
And so it sounds like Muhammad would be siding with me.
Well, I think it's a very negative way to be, but listen.
Negative
who
words.
am I? I'm a hater at times, so.
Hey, listen, he's a Met Jet fan. Negative is in his DNA.
What can you do?
It's tattooed backwards on his forehead, so he's reminded every day.
Misery.
That it's going to be a negative day, but he bounced back from his putting the what is the
his penalties helmet?
Yeah,
but
moment.
I enjoyed
the horse before the cart.
The horse, but
the cart before the horse.
Wait, he bounced back nicely with the reference to the show.
Oh no, Muhammad knows the show. That's
good.
That's a P1 right there. I enjoyed that.
Well, we'll see. ENN with or without Andrew Gunling. It's coming up next. Danhausen and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk most people don't think about until it's too late. Summer colds linger and can turn into sinus infections that last for weeks. Getting sick right now before vacation can derail everything. And when you're traveling, finding a doctor and pharmacy is stressful. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having urgent care and a pharmacy right at home. It includes essential prescriptions like amoxicillin and generic Z-Pak to treat a wide range of common and serious illnesses. So if you wake up sick at home or on the road, you already have what you need. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no pharmacy lines, no co-pays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Start on your meds sooner and feel better faster. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night. Get home safe and quick. Quickly picked up this crash on the BQE eastbound over by the Brooklyn Bridge in Cadman Plaza. Still a stop and go ride there from the inbound Gowanus. New accident on the Cross Island southbound in Queens. Left lane out by Hillside Avenue. Traffic at a standstill from the Throgs Neck Bridge. After that, if you're getting onto the westbound belt, we still have this collision over by Lefferts Boulevard. Solid slowdowns heading over to JFK from right after the Southern State Cross Island split. Inbound George about 5 to 10 for the upper deck, lower level, a great ride. Looking good heading over to the outbound George on the Henry Hudson. West Side Highway northbound, just some minor slowdowns from the 70s. Cross Bronx westbound, bumper to bumper from the Bronx River Parkway. Outbound Lincoln and Holland Tunnels, not too bad, about 10 to 15 minutes each. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Some stages celebrate. This one tests everything. Every drive, every approach, every putt. Pressure builds, resilience matters, and history waits for the bold. In June, the 2026 U.S. Open Championship returns to the Hamptons at the iconic Shinnecock Hills Golf Club. Experience the world's best golfers as they compete on one of the sport's most storied stages. Daily tickets are available now on SeatGeek. Don't just watch greatness. Experience it live at the 126th U.S. Open.
If you're trying to save money but still eat well, just go to Wild Fork Foods and thank me later.
You get pork tenderloin for $2.50 a pound, ground turkey for $3 a pound, ground chorizo for only $4 a pound. Those are everyday staples at serious value, and it's all blast frozen, so you're not sacrificing quality. Plus, they've got over 450 options, 7 locations, or same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com. Go check out Wild Fork Foods.
With the new MyLowe's Pro Rewards American Express card, earn 3 points per dollar spent on Lowe's qualifying purchases for the first 6 months after card account opening. Plus, save 5% every day on eligible purchases at Lowe's and earn points on eligible purchases everywhere else Amex is accepted. Card members get more at Lowe's. Subject to credit approval. 5% can't be combined with any other offer. Exclusions and restrictions apply. Points subject to loyalty terms at Lowe's.com/terms and credit reward terms at Synchrony.com/MLPRA-terms. Visit Lowe's.com/business credit.
Harry Douglas here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
What's up, Met fans? This is Francisco Lindor. This is Devin Williams. This is Luke Weaver.
Bo Bichette here. You're listening to the home of New York Mets baseball.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN special report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports.
Do what you want. It's ENN.
Welcome, everyone, to ENN.
Ray Rowe.
You ever watch YouTube?
I'd like to start off ENN by saying that it's brought to you by our friends at Fanatics Fest NYC. Oh, here's some news. Fanatics Fest will host the official FIFA World Cup final pre-match presser on Friday, July 17th at the Javits Center. Players, coaches, fans all together before the final match, and Fanatics Fest will host a massive FIFA World Cup final watch party on Sunday, July 19th, and air the match live on all screens for the tens of thousands expected to attend.
Love it.
I'd like to start off ENN by saying I was extremely disappointed. I have a place that has always been reliable for my flower orders. And I ordered my wife's and my mother-in-law's Mother's Day flowers. And the mother-in-law flowers didn't get delivered.
Oh,
and then you pull the thing where at some point I go, Nat, did she ever get the flowers? And then she says, well, let me check. So then you reach out and check, and they check, and there's no flowers. So it's now like a minus. Now I went from I'm doing something nice to I'm losing points here. I'm sending you outside to look, and there's nothing even there. And I reached out to them today, and they said, well, they read me back the address. I said, yeah, that's the address. I said, well, the driver had a problem finding the location.
Oh, no.
So you just gave up.
So they gave up.
They just quit.
I said, but Mother's Day's over now.
But never mind that. Did I get a refund?
I know. Well, believe me, my mother-in-law insisted. She said, you make sure you get a refund. So I canceled it, and I just said, just send me the money.
But I love how it's like, yeah, he couldn't find the house, so
So I just gave up. But Mother's Day still happened, and now my poor mother-in-law. So Miriam, happy Mother's Day.
Miriam, happy Mother's Day.
I had the best of intentions. I'd like to start off ENM by saying good evening to Don and myself.
Let's have Timmy Trumpet come and blow his little horn at Citi Field.
Well, hello. Why did it hit that way? I don't know why.
I don't know. Let's have Timmy Trumpet come and blow his little horn at Citi Field.
Well, hello. And a Don.
You went pee-pee in the potty, and we didn't see you during the break.
And a Don.
Yeah.
When was that?
That was during the baseball writers asking Aaron Boone a question.
Oh, that's
He
right.
could have been on fire. They still had to find out, what'd you think of Spencer Jones' 5 strikeouts over the weekend?
And a Don.
Bing bong, the witch is dead.
And to myself.
How can he love him? He's a man.
We're still going with that, huh?
I just got a
damn grifters.
A D chill.
Sorry?
Yeah, I can't say the actual word.
D
but
chill.
Well, what do you think? Rhymes with oosh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. About what?
Tonight's Game 5 of the PWHL Walter Cup playoffs between Minnesota and Montreal has been postponed due to a player safety concern related to illness. A new date will be announced once medical guidance confirms it's appropriate to resume play.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I know.
Oh, no.
They said it is not.
Hantavirus?
It's
yes,
not
they
hantavirus.
said that the symptoms do not indicate that it
But
is.
I got it because I haven't seen a game canceled because of illness since COVID. And now they had to go out of their way. So is this hantavirus something
Can we
need
call
to
it
be worried
Hanta,
about?
by the way? Can we pronounce it like that?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Is it Hanta?
I'd rather it be pronounced Hanta.
Than Hanta?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I get that. Hantavirus.
What's?
Well, Hahn.
Well,
but is it?
Listen, I have to deal with people saying, "Oh, it just petered out."
So that's the first one is just seeing something canceled because of illness for the first time since
it's
COVID.
not good.
And now this hantavirus is because they had to go out of their way and say it's not this. And for people that don't know, there was God, it sounds like my worst nightmare. Why I don't think I'd ever go on a cruise again. That this went through a cruise ship. They miscalculated, thought it wasn't airborne. It was airborne. All these people were stranded on the boat. The people died from it on the boat. They finally are starting to piecemeal bring some of them back. It was like outside the Canary Islands.
From the dead?
No, from the boat.
Oh, well,
Thank
yeah.
God
He
Almighty.
did make it sound like.
So we can bring them back from the dead.
No, that would be even better.
We brought them back.
Problem solved.
But I'm starting to get concerned. Is this the infancy?
No, they listen. If you believe the WHO, which the United States as a country has decided we don't, but the rest of the free world does, they've said it is definitively not like coronavirus. It's not spread with the same ease. It requires much more intimate contact. They said it's very much not that.
What's going on in this cruise ship?
Yeah. What kind of cruise was this?
Well, I don't think it means that kind of intimate contact, but like you are in tighter quarters there. And people repeating over
I
and
get
over
it, but everything starts out as nothing. It's like Mets injuries. He's fine, and the next thing you don't see him again.
The last thing you want to do,
No,
Don, is
but
compare anything to Mets
we
injuries.
heard the same thing with COVID. It's not going to come here. It's not. Don't worry about
And
it.
Rudy Gobert
and then all of a sudden you got to
happened.
worry about it. And now I don't even know. But what illness do they have at this women's playoff game?
I don't know.
They're postponing a playoff game.
Wait, what was it now? It was women's hockey?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a playoff game. Now, obviously, you can get a real bad stomach virus to go through that nobody can play, but that's pretty rare. And it's not like you could say, well, it's the PWHL. It's not a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a playoff game.
big deal to them.
I'm sure I wouldn't doubt that game in Montreal might be
No,
close to
10,000?
sold
No,
out.
it's going to get people. Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know. I didn't mean to interrupt the NN.
Well,
But I saw this and I got a
Now I'm
feeling I haven't
concerned.
had like in 6 years.
Now I'm concerned.
By the way, if it is, I'm good. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I really, that was dark, and I really hope that this is, I will say, the way it's been coming up, though, like little by little, is like a little scary and worrisome, but what I'm hearing from the WHO is, everyone calm down. I would think that they would go the other way. If they were really concerned it was the opposite, they would be like, hey, everyone, we need to...
Start washing your hands again.
Yeah, but they're saying, like, everyone, relax. This is not that. So, let's see.
Let's hope.
I had the privilege on Saturday night of talking to Danhausen.
Go Knicks!
So I did what any responsible journalist would do. And I asked him about the possibility of recursing the Knicks because it's been 7 straight. I said, you're not going to...
Why would you do this?
I said, you're not going to recurse them, are you?
Why would you put this
Why
in
would
his
you put
head?
that? Yeah, what do you think?
Why would you
Knicks
even...
have not lost since you uncursed them, Danhausen. Are you continuing to keep the Knicks uncursed through the rest of the playoffs?
Yes, however, I'm going to need one of those front row seats in front of Timothée Chalamet and Kylie Jenner. I have to be right in the middle.
I'm going to work on that for you.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Timothée Chalamet. Him and I have that in common. Struggle a little bit with the Chalamet.
Well, you don't struggle. You're just being disrespectful.
Well, Timothée Chalamet. Josh Hart weighed in on the state of Philadelphia sports after the big Knicks series win.
Nah, man, because everybody was begging for Philly to not sell their tickets and all that stuff. So, man, I used to think Philly was a sports town. I don't know if it is anymore.
Oh, did you hear the giggles?
That's yeah. That wasn't even your regular.
He was kidding on the square, no?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
I mean, listen, I'll tell you what. It's domination. Natalie and I were looking. So when I got home from my flight, I landed around, I got back into the house around 10:45 in the morning.
On Mother's Day?
Mother's Day. Okay. I was on the 7 a.m.
Not bad.
No, I got on the 7 a.m. because I'm a father. You do the right thing.
First flight out.
First flight out.
That's what we do.
Yeah, the old 5:30 wake up time. Not what you want, but
It's
you
okay.
do what you got to do.
That's right.
Got in the house at 10:30, and Natalie said, "What do you think about going to the Knicks game?" I said, "You want to do it? I'd be up. If you want to do it, I'm down."
She's the best.
I said, just let's prepare for what this is, though. 2 hours each way. We have no idea how long Maya will be interested, and if she decides like I'm done sitting here, then we'll have to, deal.
Yeah.
So she said, all right, let me think about it. Let's keep an eye on ticket prices. So we started looking at ticket prices. This is at 11 a.m. Ticket price at 11 a.m., you could get in the 100 level, courts, like above courtside, not baseline.
Lower bowl.
Lower bowl, but center court-ish.
Okay.
For like $350, $400.
Damn.
Tickets that would cost you at MSG for a playoff game, like $1,200,
right.
$1,500. I'm not saying low, though.
Yeah.
But like in that section.
I got you.
So she was like, all right, let's keep an eye on it. In the end, so I said, hey, if you're serious about doing this, I'm down, but I now need to nap just briefly if I'm going to be driving back and forth to Philly both ways. Like, give me an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like, all right. When I woke up from my nap, I rushed out. I'm like, it's 1:30. You didn't wake me up, or you don't want to go? She was like, oh, I don't know. We ended up not going. We checked ticket prices again, though. And we saw second, basically there's the bench and the first row behind the bench, and then the next row. In the first quarter, you could have gotten in for $350, $300. I'm talking about sitting right behind the bench.
Wow.
That's how dead it was for Sixers fans yesterday.
Yeah.
They really, it was a poor showing.
They were done. And they let the franchise know it.
Allen Iverson's rolling over in his grave right now. Aaron,
he was actually sitting courtside.
Was he?
Yes.
I love AI. God bless. Who was the first person who did that? The rolling over in his grave. I think it was on Inside the NBA.
Wasn't that Barkley?
Yeah, I think it was Inside the NBA. Chuck said about someone. They're rolling over. Larry Bird's rolling over in his grave right now.
He would always say that.
And they were like, what?
No.
Yeah.
Aaron McKee.
Not rolling over.
Eric Snow.
Yeah. Larry Hughes.
Larry Hughes is
the other Mark Jackson.
That's right.
You know who is rolling over his grave is Doug Moe.
Doug Moe.
Yeah, he's no longer.
What about Daryl Dawkins?
Yeah.
Moses Malone?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember.
Moses?
Fo.
Yeah, I think Moses is.
We lost him?
He's no
We've
longer
lost
with us.
Mm-hmm. Bobby Jones. Not rolling over his grave.
No, and neither is Dr. J.
Not Dr. J either.
God bless.
Yeah.
Mo Cheeks not rolling over. Mo Cheeks
is busy working
on the other side.
Yeah, he's
Jeff Hornacek is still with us.
He's Jeff Hornacek. Oh, Manute Bol is rolling over.
Yeah.
Well, what a great man he was. Great wizard or bullet.
He was a bullet.
Sixer. He was a bullet.
He was no wizard.
Oh, bullet. You know how hot the bullets were for 5 seconds when I was in elementary school, and they had Muggsy and Manute. Do you know how they sucked at basketball?
But it was so funny.
I mean, sucked. But do you know how marketable that was to kids? That we have Muggsy and Manute on the same team?
Guy was up to his knee. It's hilarious.
And what hockey team did he play? It was like a minor league team. They had a
Manute?
Bowl. Yeah. And
What about when he did celebrity boxing?
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember celebrity?
No.
Go on YouTube right now.
I will be.
No, he was throwing. Picture Manute Bol throwing punches. It happened.
I could see that in an NBA game.
By the way, Manute Bol was such a mensch too. Did so much for the Sudanese people. Never stopped doing charity work. Awesome guy. And what about when late in his career he just started busting out threes? And he had that night where he went 6 for 6 from 3.
Hilarious. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Versus Refrigerator Perry?
Yes.
No.
Manute Bol versus Refrigerator Perry.
This happened?
Dude. Yes, dude. I think Fox, early 2000s.
Chris Rose and Ray Boom Boom Mancini.
On the call?
Of course.
Oh, like you dream about.
You dream about.
Yeah. I think Tyler Murray was in on that too. Tyrese Maxey, while Allen catches up on Manute versus the Fridge, Tyrese Maxey on how deflating it is to have the Knicks take over the arena.
It just sucks, bro. It just sucks, man. It just sucks. That's really all I can say about it, man. It's hard. It's definitely difficult. It's only one way to put a stop to it, and it's we have to go out there and win these games. Like, just being completely honest, we were better when we played them in the Garden this entire season. Like, I know we lost game 2 and 1, but like game 2 of the regular season was better. Here we was, I was telling them it felt louder here for them than it did in the Garden. And it's like, well, we got to put a stop to it as a team. Like, winning these games, that's what's going to make, our fans, like, louder than theirs or whatever. I don't know how to keep them out. I don't know the logistics of it. But, it does suck. I can't even lie. It definitely does suck.
I'm getting the sense from what Maxie said that he thinks that it sucks.
Yeah, I'm going to go with, that's probably what I take from it, too.
I'm going to go with sucks.
But you know what, though? At least he's saying that versus Joel Embiid saying, still was a successful season because I'm not even thinking about my knee.
Why do you say
Why
that?
do guys do that? And Jaylen Brown did it. Like, why do guys do that? I think it was successful. Come on, dude.
Just don't.
Like, nobody wants to hear that.
No, because it's just that's the loser's lament, right? Or just no, we're good. I don't regret anything. It's a great season.
They were just standing
next to each other. And I know that's not the right mentality to have. For me, this was a success. Came into this year not knowing where I was going to be, how long I was going to play, if I was even going to play based on how the knee was. And I feel like we're in a position where we figured out the knee. Hasn't been an issue. Obviously, you're going to have setbacks, as you go along. But, those setbacks have been, so much different than it's been in the past. So I hate losing, but I thought
He's just talking about himself.
Just unreal. Like,
have a
no
separate
awareness whatsoever about the situation that your franchise is in.
But, yeah, that's exactly it.
You can't have two separate thoughts.
Your whole building, nobody wanted to come watch you play in a playoff game.
But if you listen to it, he's just talking about himself.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because
but he could easily
he came back from the appendicitis. He helped them win against the Celtics. Like, he was on the court. Like, he's just looking at it solely for himself. And that's worse than anything. That's even worse than thinking that it was a successful season. Because he didn't think about his team and how they were embarrassed. Just thinking about himself.
All you'd have to say is, well, there's two ways of looking at this. Obviously, I'm really upset about what happened as a team. We had higher expectations, blah, 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 blah. On a personal note, I am happy that my knee held up this year. There's a way to do it. That just wasn't it. That's
not it. Well, this is a strange fight, by the way.
How's it going right now?
Not good.
Who's getting
First
the
of all, they stood next to each other at the very beginning. It looked like the number 10.
Oh, yeah.
Second of all,
and by the way,
Fridge looks like a mini Fridge.
Is Fridge still with us?
Good question.
I'm not even speculating.
Well, it's too risky, Don, when you get
kill
involved.
people off.
I think he is. No. Yeah, I think he is.
He is still with us.
Yes.
See, that's what
By the
Monday
way,
should be.
give it up for the Fridge for still being with us, folks.
That's what we should do on Mondays now.
Are you still with us Mondays?
No, bring back Dead or Alive.
By the way, why did we stop playing Dead or Alive? Was it mean?
Wait. Is it like where you just go with like it's trivia?
Yeah.
We just say names and we have to decide whether or not we think
it's
they're
not
still
nice.
alive?
Isn't that what it was?
Wait, trying to get to the Minute Bowl playing hockey.
It's not enough to watch him fight.
I know where he is.
What happened with it, Peter, was it was fun in the moment,
right?
When we mentioned somebody, and Don had to guess whether they were dead or alive. When we started to pick people, it was more morbid.
What do you mean? When we were trying to figure out who to go with?
When we were trying to like come up with like, let's pick this person and find out if they're dead or alive. I think Don was right on all of them for like 2 straight weeks. Well, this is kind of not the reason that it was funny in the beginning.
It is. I will say, I'm not saying it's right, but I'll just say this: as a radio guy, I've come up with a lot of bits. I'm very proud of it. It's a great idea for a bit. It's offensive, but it's a great idea.
I've told the story. I was very young. We were at Sports Phone, and we decided, let's have a Deadpool. And I felt terrible about it, so I picked like all evil people, like Pol Pot, like people we didn't mind dying.
There you go. I like what you did.
Yeah.
What if we did it like that, where it's like, you know what? We don't have to feel bad, because if we end up being wrong, it's a bad guy anyway.
See, that's
like if it was still up in the air whether Charles Manson was alive or not. Like, you don't feel bad because it's Charles Manson.
Worst case, if Chuck Manson goes.
Like if we were going to play Jeffrey Dahmer, dead or alive. I think I wouldn't know. Is he? I think he's still alive, right?
Who, Dahmer?
Yeah. See, then you don't feel bad,
He's
right?
dead.
Dahmer's no longer.
He died in '94.
He died in jail. Yeah.
I don't. Good.
No, he's not. Don, he's no longer with.
I know, but I'm just saying you wouldn't feel bad if you're going.
No. But how many horrible? You have to have people then that everybody agrees
I know, but
Like, you can't just shoot.
Didn't I just come up with 3 good ones?
Well, those
like,
no.
Going back to my Deadpool, I threw Pol Pot.
Who's Pol Pot again?
He was the, I guess, president of Cambodia, and he killed like 300,000 of his own people.
Yeah, you know what?
I think we can all get.
I think we can get behind that. I think we can all get behind that. Now, moving right along.
Yes, I'm supposed to be the dumb one, and I know Pol Pot.
Why are you supposed to be the dumb one?
Yeah, why? Because I just
brand he made
ask
up for himself.
anybody. Hey, Coach Jacob, who's the dumbest of the 3 here? You don't feel bad.
No,
Somebody's
I'm not
got to
doing
come
it.
in
No,
third.
no.
All right, how about not dumbest? Who's the least smart?
Which of the 3 of us was most likely to be pumping gas?
All right. But how about this? Put it 1 through 3, most intelligent, and just say it could be Alan, Peter, 1 or 2. Don't even. But I'd be 3, right? Come on. Come on.
I don't think that's true.
No, I don't think that's true.
Let's go to John Harbaugh. Let's go to President Joe Biden. I mean, John Harbaugh.
Let's listen.
Where are things with Odell Beckham Jr.?
Talked to Odell a lot, probably 3-4 times in the last week. Where he's at, where we're at. He's in Arizona right now training.
Come on.
And spending time with his son. So I think the goal for right now is for him to train and get ready. Get as ready as he can
I don't
be.
think it need to get played
Why
out.
would play him out so
Jacob's showing his political leanings.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hear anymore.
I want to get him on the show just so we can discuss this with him.
We're not the only ones that think this.
He's fighting it, though.
Now he's fighting it?
Oh, yeah, he's fighting.
I based on the information, I think he would fight it.
Yeah, I don't think he's into it.
But
come on,
we're not the only ones that think this, right?
No, I'm not kidding around. It's just me, John Harbaugh. We want to have him play. We want Odell ready. He's got to be with his family. We love Odell.
If we just played a cut, seriously,
come on.
I'm not get the cut ready again. If I just said Joe Biden weighs in on the possibility of Odell Beckham Jr. signing with the Giants.
Talked to Odell a lot, probably 3-4 times in the last
I don't hear it as much in this one as you guys do.
Where we're at. He's in Arizona right now training.
I mean, it's like faint, but it's still there. It's still there.
So I think the goal for right now is for him to train and get ready.
This is unfortunate. Jake Paul was on with our buddy Ariel Helwani earlier.
Sure.
And
how's he doing?
Ariel, I think, he's doing good.
Doing great.
He asked Jake Paul about how things are going with his health since he was destroyed by Anthony Joshua. And the answer is surprising some people, some information we didn't know.
Yeah, I'm getting some new scans here in a couple of days of the jaw to get an update on the healing process. We'll see what my doctors say. I think I'll be able to get a more accurate time frame, or can I even fight again? That is definitely in the realm and possibilities of things. It does feel a lot better as weeks go by and time goes by, but I definitely need to get cleared first to be able to spar.
Wow. And man, we knew that punch was bad, but I didn't know it was, you got your jaw broken so bad you might not be able to fight again bad.
Wow.
Here's a little bit more from Paul on this.
Yeah, those thoughts have definitely come up, but I'm not done. I can just feel it in my spirit, my soul, my heart that I have more fights left and unfinished business in my mind. And injuries are a part of any sport. I think potentially this could be a good outcome. You could tear an ACL.
Listen, there are still suckers out there who want to give me money to have fights that are borderline fixed. So why would I stop right now? By the way, can't you just make sure that you ensure you fight someone who can't hurt your jaw? People still pay to see it. Weird. Joshua was a game. Here's the thing, though. It's really a definition of a very popular phrase these days of F around and find out. Because he had fought really old heavyweights like Mike Tyson. And he had fought much smaller guys. He fought a prime heavyweight. And it really is an example of, and I'm not taking anything away from Jake Paul being a talented athlete. He's clearly athletic. He's not a bad fighter. Compared to most of the world, Jake Paul's a great fighter. But when you're going in there with a highest level heavyweight fighter who has fought the best heavyweights there are, we are now operating at such a different level. And that was the thing leading into the Tyson fight when people kept asking me what I thought would happen. I'm like, Mike is pushing 60 years old. And I say this as his biggest fan. You're living in your childhood if you think he can win. Like, there's no describing what the difference is between a prime fighter. I think Anthony Joshua was like 34, whatever he is.
You ever stand around him? You ever be around?
He's gargantuan.
He is a monster.
He is.
Yeah, I interviewed him like at his height. He was promoting.
It was probably the same week. Yeah, because he came to our show.
He was in New York.
Yeah, promoting the fight at the Garden, which he lost.
Yes, but I remember just standing with him like.
No,
wow.
You were like, wow, this guy's as tall as me.
Seriously.
He's like,
big,
6'5", 6'6",
yeah.
250, perfectly cut. Like, he's all of it.
No, he was a machine. For him, it was always the will, right? That was always
and just having a suspect jaw. But guess what? Jake Paul wasn't going to test that jaw.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's just different levels.
And I understand that Jake Paul's saying there about, like, in my spirit, I still feel this. I mean, that's the denial coming in. If a doctor tells him, no, you should not be taking punches anymore in that jaw.
Yeah, because you won't be able to communicate or do the things you need to do.
Yeah, you're all set. Like, that's your spirit could be telling you one thing, but reality is it's over. But for him, look what he's done with it.
And I mean,
you can hate it, you can love it, whatever it is,
incredible.
But you got to say, like,
impressive.
It's pretty good business model.
And I mean, and everyone watched the Olympics this year. You've seen his fiance; he's done well.
I think he's
in his
okay.
life.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
And you need that jaw to be working.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
You know what? Yeah.
Let's hear from Kendrick Perkins about how the Giannis trade fit could possibly be, where it could be.
I'm looking at Giannis and I'm saying you have to go to the best fit that you could actually put yourself in position to win a championship. And I'm about to be biased here. If I'm Giannis Antetokounmpo, I'm looking at Boston. And if I'm Boston, I'm calling the Milwaukee Bucks. Because I would love to see Giannis Antetokounmpo and a healthy Jason Tatum in the Eastern Conference representing the Boston Celtics. And on top of that, you have a guy that finished top 5 in the MVP voting in Jaylen Brown, who's available, who's just now knocking at the door of his prime.
What are we doing?
It's your fault, Alan. You suggested it on Get Up last week. I heard that. No, I heard it.
Look what you did.
That's what I heard.
Look what you did.
Suggested.
Caller said you said.
Yeah, and they're never wrong.
And then all the Boston people got mad at you.
Which is, I don't care about that.
And that's what happened.
And
Thanks a lot, Tim McMahon.
And then, why do they identify me as Tim McMahon?
Because what's the difference?
I mean, we all look the same.
Well, no, actually, how tall is he?
McMahon?
Yeah.
He's a good 6'5".
Oh, really?
He's got size.
Then really, what is the difference?
What's the difference?
Did he play serious ball?
I imagine.
You do? But you don't know.
I don't know for sure. But I mean.
So not that serious.
I don't know. But it's just funny how it's just tall white guy was talking on ESPN. Must be Hahn.
Must be Hahn.
It's gotta be
you know what? Better to be thought of as the tall white guy than rather not thought of at all.
Tim McMahon?
Or calling no.
So what's it worse? Is it worse for Tim McMahon to be identified as me?
Yes.
Or worse for me to be identified as him?
I know for a fact, I've had this happen with me. It's worse to be the person who's getting called someone else.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's one of our national.
Yeah, he's
NBA
a big deal.
reporters.
And not only that, he was quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, very good.
Think about that Super Bowl. That'll do it for ENN. Brought to you by our friends over at Fanatics Fest NYC. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits. It's July 16th to the 19th. So many huge stars like Aaron Judge, Jalen Brunson, John Cena. So many WWE icons will be there as well, and hundreds more at the world's largest sports fan festival. Tickets available now at fanaticsfest.com.
All right, last call, crew, 1-800-919-3776. Take you up till Dan Gross at 7. Danhausen and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry-O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. So if you're betting same-game parlays this NBA postseason, bet them on FanDuel. More options, better payouts, all NBA playoffs long. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel is giving you better payouts on same-game parlays all NBA playoffs long. With more ways to build and more value every time you play, you can stack your picks your way for every game, every matchup, and every moment. From spreads to player points to threes and more, build it all into one same-game parlay and go for bigger payouts. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. Play your game. 21 plus and physically present in New York. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
D'Agostino Law Bite Back. Did you know that Social Security disability takes a bite out of every one of your paychecks? So when they deny your claim, bite back. I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, and I'm proud to announce our first ever Social Security disability webinar. It's happening on June 3rd at 1 o'clock. In just 1 hour, you'll learn your rights, understand the appeals process, and find out how our experienced SSD attorneys can help you get the benefits you've earned. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Register now by calling 1-800-BITE-BACK, 1-800-248-3222, or go online to daglawteam.com/SSD webinar. That's daglawteam.com/SSD webinar. D'Agostino Law is here to bite back, to fight back, to get you the SSD benefits you've earned. Register today at 1-800-248-3222.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good.
This is the Michael K. Show.
The Yankees are a really, really good team, but there are flaws. Is it doom and gloom? Of course not. But there are things that can be improved, and I'll give you a list of them. The bullpen does not have a lot of swing and miss in it. The offense out of catcher is an issue. And another guy that has not performed up to his capabilities and have to get more out of him is Jazz Chisholm.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
With the new My Lowe's Pro Rewards American Express card, earn 3 points per dollar spent on Lowe's qualifying purchases for the first 6 months after card account opening. Plus, save 5% every day on eligible purchases at Lowe's and earn points on eligible purchases everywhere else Amex is accepted. Card members get more at Lowe's. Subject to credit approval. 5% can't be combined with any other offer. Exclusions and restrictions apply. Points subject to loyalty terms at Lowe's.com/terms and credit reward terms at Synchrony.com/MLPRA-terms. Visit Lowe's.com/business credit.
The ultimate race on water is coming to New York, Sail GP, where international teams go head-to-head in F-50 catamarans flying at over 60 miles per hour, high-stakes racing, iconic skyline views, the unmistakable buzz of summer in New York City. Kick off our summer with the Mumbatla, I want to get that right, New York Sail Grand Prix, May 30th and 31st. Experience the speed, strategy, and spectacle of Sail GP. And ESPN New York is going behind the scenes live May 28th with Bart and Carlin from the Sail GP team bases. Sail GP, like you've never seen it. 1-800-919-3776. It's the Last Call crew. So let's hear from you. And we were asking for it today. Ricardo in Cliffside Park went to Philadelphia yesterday. How'd it go?
Gentlemen, I actually called a couple of weeks ago. I was 10-0 at the Garden, paid $817 for a Game 2 ticket to watch the Knicks lose, and went 10-1 with my first playoff loss. And I went yesterday, and I felt like I went back to New York City.
There you go.
Because in my section alone, I promise you guys that there was probably maybe 6 or 7 Philly fans. I was sitting in section 104, about 14 rows behind the 76ers bench. And I paid $266 per ticket. And I'm looking at ticket prices now for nosebleeds for the Eastern Conference Final, either Game 1, Game 2, or Game 3 and 4. It's up in the 800s with nosebleeds. Now, I mean, listen, it is what it is. It's New York City. You know, I remember Michael K said it. If you can't afford it, don't go. This is what tickets sell for. But let me tell you, I used to work for the New Jersey Nets years ago, and when the Knicks will come into town, it was nothing like compared to what I witnessed yesterday. And that was the first time I've ever seen them on the road. And let me tell you, it was bananas. And even 76er fans were just – 76er fans actually felt like we did years ago when with all the disappointment and everything. There's guys that sat throughout the whole game, and they were there to watch their team physically lose. They did not – they were just so mad and so disappointed that this is the state that their team got to. So it's tough, I mean, listen, New York all the way. And I really think, look, if the Pacers gave OKC some work, and I'm not, counting my chickens yet. I haven't counted them yet because, listen, Cleveland and Detroit, they're still a tough squad. But, they look cute on paper. But I think we can give OKC a run for their money. If Indiana Pacers give them 7 games, Mike Brown got to play his bench right. He played his bench phenomenal. You know what it is not to have OG, and you got one player, actually a couple of players, playing for one player, man, I'm so happy to be a Knicks fan. I'm so glad that I am happy we're selling tickets for $800. Even when we suck, our tickets are always going to be expensive. So you know what? Go Knicks. Thank you, guys. And you know what? Man, I hope this is our year. I love you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Ricardo. It feels good, but you're halfway home. And each stage is going to be that more difficult. And I kind of just cringe. I know you guys don't mean anything by it. And I know you're just psyched up and pumped up, but start breaking down Knicks OKC when you have a whole other round to get through. Even if it's Cleveland. I mean, we were here a year ago, if you remember, when we found out it was going to be the Pacers, and it was the same thing. OKC, and Alan was talking about the games that they played in OKC because I think you called one of them there, and they almost won the game. They got blown out of the Garden, but they played very hard, I think, down to the wire with them in their building.
Yeah.
And
lost game 1, and that was that.
And then that was it. Like, so, please. Please. Okay, just wait. It feels like it did in the beginning of the year. Like, I really feel good about them going to the finals. I do. But put yourself into last year's shoes and remember what that felt like when you're counting your chickens.
But that's players. And as fans, though, you can't control the action.
Well, that's
all you can do is just be excited.
I know, but
start thinking about the possibilities.
You just
and
don't
one of the possibilities
I'm
is
just
getting
saying,
there.
and you live in the world where you did it last year and you got burned. Now, I don't think it'll happen this year because I think this team is better. I do.
It's definitely a different team, like when it comes to mindset, but it's also the experience of it. Like you've always said that you got to go through the trials and tribulations. I think they've kind of been through the trials and tribulations. And first and foremost, can we all raise our hand and say, "Thank God you don't have to see the Indiana damn Pacers"? Right. 3 years in a row would have been rough.
Right.
But like I think for a lot of fans, there's an anticipation based on what they're seeing.
Yeah, of course.
When you look at what they've been doing and what how epic the offense has been, what they've done against these two opponents that they faced early on, you always say, does it look like a team playing at a championship level? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
And so now you're going to face another team that feels like it's playing at a championship level, and how do those meet, and what do you do from there? But as a fan, like players control that. But as a fan, the anticipation is allowed to go. I used to do this back in the 90s. I was always looking ahead at what, all right, do this, and then this comes next.
Of course.
That's always what makes it fun. And if you can get there, then you are excited about it. But if you don't, obviously you're frustrated by it, and you're disappointed. Watching the Pacers take the Thunder to 7 was hard for anybody on the Knicks side because you felt like, like it could have been you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a real thing.
Let's go to Jenny Hoops in New Jersey. You're on ESPN New York.
Hi, guys. Thanks so much for taking my call. I have to tell you, I'm a fourth grade teacher, and me and my class are fired up about the Knicks this season. They can't leave. They can't leave without giving my Jalen Brunson plushie a high five or a fist bump. And this morning in the hallway, I had them singing "Go New York, Go New York, Go" before they would come into the classroom.
This is fantastic, and they're all into it.
Oh, they love it. So
Well,
I just wanted to talk
If you
to
can,
guys
give the school a shout out.
Shout out to school.
Oh, I will, absolutely. Alpine Elementary School in Bergen County, northeastern New Jersey.
Beautiful.
Okay, awesome.
That's great.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. So I wanted to talk about, I love what you were saying before about some people, jumping the gun to the NBA Finals, right? But I keep saying, one step at a time, even to my kids, one step at a time, we got to talk about next round. And I feel cautiously optimistic about playing either team. And I feel obviously I'd want Cleveland with the home court advantage. But I feel even Detroit, yes, they're the number one seed, but I feel what happened in the regular season with our matchups would actually benefit us going into a matchup with them in the Eastern Conference Finals. And our experience, they don't have the experience and that gut-wrenching experience of last year to kind of carry us through the finals. And either team, I feel our bench is just going to outplay them. So I just feel we got that going for us no matter what goes next round.
Well, right now you were playing amazing basketball, so you should feel really good about their chances. But I'm sure Detroit's looking at it and going, we want revenge after last year.
That's
we
what I
won
was gonna
6
say.
games, so they feel hey, we want to learn from that.
They've got a pretty good bench too.
Yeah,
they've got a pretty good bench.
That matchup, I don't mind you thinking about because they're up 2-1 in the series, but it's a reality. That's cool, man. I love when teachers get the kids.
I know, that's always
involved
fun.
in that.
By the way, that's when you know.
Great age.
That is when you know, though, that things are hitting that peak
Yeah.
level of bandwagon. Yeah. And I'm not saying in a bad way, because now that I'm an adult, I realize the truth is not everybody's into sports. So when a team gets to that certain fevered pitch where the town is all anyone talks, I don't know about you guys. I imagine it's Alan, you don't even count. But I imagine for Don, you too. All anyone's asking about is the Knicks. And what do you do?
No,
Knicks,
it's a big deal.
Knicks,
Yeah.
Knicks.
Well, I've been
all people want.
I've literally, because last week I've had to stay in the city for the week and doing a lot of different shows and different things. And so you're walking around and it's amazing. You know what I saw yesterday when it was down by Madison Square Park? I saw a woman walking a dog. The woman was wearing a Knicks sweatshirt. The dog had on a Jalen Brunson jersey.
That's how you know.
You know what I mean? It's just random people, a Knicks hat. It's just you're starting to see that kind of stuff, which means everybody wants to represent, show the colors, walk around with it because there's some pride right now. We see it in October with the Yankees, obviously, and maybe one day we'll actually see it with the Giants or the Jets.
1-800-919-3776. Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg take you up until the top of the hour. At that point, we're going to hand it off to Dan Gross on ESPN New York.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
The New York Knicks have redefined playoff dominance. And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's really great to see our team in this mindset, the feeling that we got a lot more work to do.
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
The pursuit of the Larry O is alive and well.
You like the rhythm that you're in, but if we expect to be who we think we're capable of being, we'll find a way to stay consistent with what we're doing.
Hear all the games here on 880 and the ESPN New York app.
I'm a dog, and my job is to make you happy. So I recommend Optimum Fiber for your home. It's famously fast. Way better than flaky 5G home internet, which can slow down the more people or dogs are online. So switch to Optimum Fiber. starting at only $25 a month with a 5-year price lock. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. That's 888-4OPTIMUM. Gus, fetch. I gotta take that. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver. And we are all getting ready for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York. And, can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Tell us why fans should be excited for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix.
The racing is just so exhilarating coming in and watching it from the shoreline of Governor's Island and in front of the Statue of Liberty, racing in one of the biggest, most amazing cities in the world. I'm getting the goosebumps just talking about it. And these boats are the fastest boats in the world, racing with the best sailors in the world. It's really cool, and it's going to be so electric in New York. And it's our home event this year, so we're pumped.
We are pumped as well, Taylor. We appreciate your time. He is U.S. Sail GP team driver Taylor Canfield. We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. I'm big on having the right game plan on the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself as the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils. Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out.
Did your dog just get groomed? She's got a pep in her step.
Actually, she's gotten famous. She's one of 18 dogs on the New Jersey Dog Scratch-Offs from the New Jersey Lottery.
What?
Yeah, New Jersey voted, and 18 dogs were chosen.
Well, look at her.
It's gone to her head a bit.
Play the New Jersey Dog Scratch-Offs, featuring 18 real New Jersey dogs and a top prize of $200,000.
Oh, are you a famous doggy? Yes, you are.
Must be 18 years old to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds, and you can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, we know you're no stranger to setting big goals, whether in school, at work, or in life, and you're ready for more. At UMGC, we offer the skills-based education you need to move your career forward. Learn how to apply AI, data science, and other emerging tech, plus gain skills in leadership and critical thinking. You've come far. Succeed again. No application fee if you apply by June 1st. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
Another dominating step towards a championship.
And for the second consecutive season, the Knicks are on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Will this be the year the Knicks punch their ticket to the NBA Finals?
Inbound stolen by McBride, and then Brunson buries a far corner three. 5 points for Brunson in about 3 seconds.
Thanks to all our New York Knicks partners this season, including The Wellness Company, Dime Commercial Bank, Michelob Ultra, and Kia Motors on ESPN New York.
So Marco had a game Saturday at 1 o'clock.
All right.
Birthday party earlier in the day, birthday party late in the day. So very, very busy day.
Busy day.
Flying all over the place. And his game was in South Brunswick, so we didn't know where the field was, and we get there just in time. And the team that they were playing was really good. They had a pitcher that was throwing hard. So it was a blowout game, and we only had one hit on our side. So Marco only got 2 at-bats. Struck out his first at-bat. Called third strike, didn't like the call. What are you going to do? So second at-bat, it's 1-2. I'm like, I don't want to have an 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. I knew he wasn't going to get a third at-bat. He did a decent job catching, but it wasn't anything eventful defensively. And I'm like, because it'll ruin his night if he goes 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And it's 1-2. I'm like, just please, just make contact, ground out something. He's got his pencil bat, I showed you.
Okay.
Gets a fastball, and he hard ground ball through the hole.
Okay.
Oh, what do you mean? That's great.
All right.
Okay.
They had an AstroTurf field. So I look, and it splits the outfield. It goes all the way to the wall.
Oh, we're going.
So he's flying, and one thing, he's got speed. Gets around second, and I talked to the coach after. He's like, I didn't care if it was in the infield. I'm sending.
Go.
Yeah, he sends him all around inside the park home run.
You got green lights all in the outfield.
I swear he floated all weekend. We actually went out for steak that night. I was like, we're gonna
give him a steak.
Yeah,
I love it.
Because I'm like,
That's it.
By the way, it's such a cheat code.
Raw too. Just throw it on the plate.
It's such a cheat code too, because once the ball gets well into the outfield, they're how old?
They're not between 8 and 9 years
You know
old.
how hard the relay is?
Yeah,
8, 9.
there's no
It's
relay.
impossible.
You know how many kids have to catch that ball?
That's a lot of throws and catches.
They
dude.
call them all most of the inside the park home runs at that age, or goes between the shortstop's legs. The outfielders collide into each other,
Right? It's
and
the best.
they're throwing it all over the place, and there's 6 errors on the play.
So it's a single,
and they just call it an inside the park home run.
Okay.
But this was a legit inside the park home run. There were no errors. He just split the defense, and he was so excited. He was floating. He didn't even they're going back out on the field because the next batter was out.
Mm-hmm.
And he still got his helmet, his batting gloves on. He was just.
He didn't know
I was
what
like,
to
you
do.
gotta go. I wish I had video of the actual hit.
Now, did he slide or did he just run right through the plate?
He ran. He tried to slide. They
Don't
don't have
matter.
the sliding down.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he didn't. End up breaking something. When
That's
this
so
happened,
awesome.
and I was so thrilled. My wife was so thrilled. Just really, it was because it was legit.
Yes.
And now he's telling everybody.
Got it on video?
Call Grandma. I don't have the actual hit on video. I just picked. It's listen. I don't have a lot of room on my phone. I didn't want to jinx it.
You don't have room on your phone?
No, I got nothing.
How do you guys? Speaking of,
I just look at the smile on it. He's just all excited. That's after.
Wait, you didn't
that's
have
after
room?
the
You
home
didn't have
run.
room for what? For a video?
For a video.
And plus,
of
I
his
didn't want to
kid's
jinx
at-bat.
it.
Kid's got 2 at-bats. He can't get video.
And
Don, what do we got?
I mean,
Can we
because I've got every other at bat in his entire life.
But we could help you. But the thing is, we could help you right now in your life. And this isn't right. I'm not saying I support this. I believe what Apple's done is wrong. They've intentionally separated the world and made people who don't have Apple look like yo-yos. But because of that, and that's the world we live in, we need to get you an iPhone so we can help set you up with your cloud and you're never thinking about it again. Just for future reference.
Or just be like some of these other crazy dads and set up a tripod with an iPad on it and just right behind home plate.
That's true. And every single pitch.
Well, they do have game changers. Sometimes they're on. They have video of it.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't. But it was fine. Listen,
No
I don't
other
want to
parent was recording the game?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, boy.
But anyway, it was still a great moment.
Good
he
for
was
him,
really
though.
excited.
Way
And
to
now
go.
every time he tells the story, it's not an inside the park home run.
Just a homer.
It's an inside the Parker.
Oh, well,
that's what he calls it.
But you've said that before, right? Inside the Parker?
I don't know if I ever did.
Oh, no, I have.
Oh,
That's
I'm
definitely
not
a thing.
saying it's not a thing.
Yeah.
But I just think it's adorable.
Where did he come from? But where did he get it from?
I don't
is the
know.
question.
It
his
just
own
makes
thing.
sense. And he, it was
Great.
pretty cool. And he got the game ball, so I because they lost 13-2.
Right, these kids were
because it was a
good.
2-run home run.
Hey,
And the
he
guy
did his
before him
part.
walked. It was the only hit they had in the entire game.
Listen.
So
He did
got
his
the game
job.
ball. It was pretty cool. So I
Well,
didn't
no, but
write
you
the
know,
score. Now they just said.
Wait, was there a
inside
kid
the
on
park home.
base? You said it was
The
two.
kid behind the kid in front of him walked.
So he got
So it was a
a
2-run
little ribby
homer.
out of that, too.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, he got
at this kid.
and it was the only hit they had the entire
By the way,
day. So
That's what MVP does.
Now, and unlike Joel Embiid, he doesn't, in the presser, Marco didn't just say, hey, well, I had a great day.
Today was a success.
He said, no. He said
Yeah,
today was
if-
a bad
if
day.
there
now,
were
privately, when he gets home,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
celebrating all week.
he was so
Yeah, we're
happy
getting
that
steaks,
if,
right?
if there was press after the
would've
game,
looked
he
bad.
probably would have just said, "Yeah, listen, I had a homer."
He would have said,
I
what do you think
didn't
about the
sign the
loss? He
bar.
would have what loss? I won.
I don't know.
Speaking of which, this is my yesterday at the Mother's Day dinner, sitting at the table in her Brunson.
It's a great shirt.
In her Brunson jersey shirt, her jersey.
Jersey.
Now earlier we were in the. You want the full zone, Alan? How about this? This is in the MSG fleece with the Knicks.
Look at you.
She's so pretty.
Thanks.
How do you not give a man like that courtside? Ask yourself that.
Listen, I got other wishes for MSG. Alan, I'm going to forward this to you, buddy. Send this along.
Yeah.
Let them
Come
know.
on.
She were rocking the
Why
gear.
deprive?
She could be hanging out with Jordan Brunson.
That's right.
Jordan's rocking. She was rocking the. She's got to be 2, right?
Same rate.
Almost 2.
Her
Is it
face
2?
is starting to catch up with the size of these chompers. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's so amazing.
It's all coming together.
Let's go to Mike in Philly. He was at both games, so that was pretty good.
Wow, good weekend.
Hey guys. Yeah, I called on my way to the first game, and it was amazing. And I got kind of like the second game, I was kind of on the fence, and the kind of their equivalent of the Chase Bridge, the tickets for like $150, and I was like, I have to go.
Right.
So, it was. I've lived here for years. I usually try to go once or twice. When they come in, it just felt different. Like, usually there's more like, anger and energy from the Philly fans. Like I remember when I went to the game where Embiid pulled Mitch down by, and that dirty foul. And like, there was just so much more energy. It just seemed like they were kind of defeated. Like I brought my girlfriend who luckily I kind of catching her onto the Knicks, and like, it's just so bizarre. It's like, Embiid's shooting foul shots. Like you can't hear anything because people are screaming, and I'm just like leaning over. I'm like, it's usually supposed to be like dead quiet in here. Like, it's the home team, and it's just, it just felt very like they felt very deflated. I'm so glad I went to both games. Like I'm just trying to enjoy this for what it is, and I couldn't be more proud of them to be where we were from losing those two games by 1 point.
Yeah.
To here now, it's just it's night and day. I mean, I'm excited. I'm nervous. It's just, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. We just got to enjoy it.
It's a great place to be because you enjoy it, but at the same time, you're kind of not enjoying it because it's nerve-wracking. But let's face it, in this 7-game winning streak, there's been really no nerves. You had the one close game, but otherwise the other 6 have all been double-digit blowouts. I mean, you had your feet up in the second half of the elimination game against the Hawks and yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Game 3 had a little drama until the fourth quarter, and then you just blew it open.
Yeah, it's the every other day. It's so much fun when your team is going like this, and I couldn't be happier for Knicks fans. They've been through so much, and hopefully this is something that continues on for the next month. All right, tomorrow's another day. We'll be able to recap what the Yankees are doing. They're scoreless in the bottom half of the first inning. The Mets will start their series coming up tomorrow as they return home from their 5-4 road trip. The Knicks will always be on our minds for sure. Talk about it Tuesday as well, coming up 4:30 tomorrow. But next up, it's Dan Grassa. He'll continue taking your calls on the Knicks at 1-800-919-3776. So enjoy the day. I see the sun is out, and it's going to be out for the next month for Knicks fans. Danhausen, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
If you're heading into summer without a medical emergency kit, you're taking a risk.